I had to build this entire fucking HUD from scratch again because none of it fucking carried over with my new computer. But I got it done. I got it done, guys. No worries. I got it done. So, the good news is that I am here and I am the streamer. The bad news is that Jake and Galdrick are not here. So we're just going to go ahead and start playing without them. Galdrick, you hear a phone call from Jingles. We'll just wait for him to respond. I did get the new computer, Milton T. Pig. I did, and it's fucking beautiful. It took me 10 hours to build it because I suck. But it runs amazingly. It looks beautiful. I've got a tweet out with the picture of it, and I'll put a picture in Discord too. Although Discord legitimately tags pictures of this computer as explicit and won't let me fucking submit pictures. Sleepy Hippo, hello. So I'll try to post some pictures. Why is the music so quiet? It's so quiet. Baby Dick Mark II, too hot for Discord. I mean, apparently Discord would agree. Just for the fun of it, I named my music bot Music Monster. It's very funny and no one sees it but me. Well, still down 2 players. I'm gonna message Jake, make sure he's showing up. Let's just make sure that Jake Marshall, played by the illustrious Mathradical, is actually going to show up tonight.
We're good with Venalis is going to be prepare your butthole. Venalis is en route.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, it's not like that doesn't add a billion fucking tons of stress. But luckily, I wrote an awesome session for tonight. Yes, Milton is here, Vuppa.
What's that?
I was just telling Vuppa that you were here.
Oh, yes. Hello. I am here.
I actually played a bit of Rocket League with Vuppa the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Vuppa's kind of like a Rocket League newbie. He's got like 1,800 hours or something. Like, he's just starting to get a taste for the game.
Oh, that's cute.
I know, it was fun. So I showed him a little bit about, you know, what a real Rocket League pro looks like. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Good. Okay, good.
Uh-oh. I see a Venalurk in chat. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Hello, Venalis folks. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
See, I wasn't that bad this week.
No, that wasn't bad at all.
Milton yelled at me, and it really kind of soured my living.
Yep, I did.
Good.
I was like, hey, 60-second warning. And he was like, buy me some time. And I was like there's 60 minutes last week, read.
yeah. And I was like, listen, I just need like 2 minutes. I'm literally wrapping up. And he's like, go fuck yourself. If you don't get here in the next 60 seconds, we're not friends anymore. And then I'm going to bang your mom and never call her again.
Holy shit.
I don't really remember that last part, but
that's hardcore.
I will screenshot it and send it to Aaron.
I was pretty fired up. So it is possible. I won't lie. It's,
Like, I'm sorry I'm sorry I was at work, Milton.
yep. You know, I mean,
Well,
Some of us aren't doctors. Okay.
well, some of us are doctors, and you know, you're welcome for our service.
And what are you a doctor of? Turtle testicles?
A doctor of medicine and
Okay.
veteranalism and being a veteran. Yep.
You're so fat.
my God.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Went there. Does it feel good?
Wow.
Does it feel good? Does it feel good?
Being a captain has gone right to your stupid fucking head. You know
It's
that?
hard when my first mate isn't there to keep me in check.
Oh
Double
my
wham!
god.
Wow!
Oh my god. You know what? You know what? I mean, I guess that's true. I've just been spending so much time playing Red Dead, you know, the game that I bought you that you promised you'd play with me and then never did.
Installed it yet? What do you think about that?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, you know, it's more
Okay,
the
actually,
same.
I have, and I really would like to play with you. But right now, go fuck yourself.
Okay, all right. I'll let you get away with that one.
So I
I
feel
think you're beautiful.
Aw. Fuck you, you little fucking bitch.
Fuck you, you big dick
Excuse
bitch.
me? Excuse me?
You fucking
Listen,
handsome, probably
listen.
smell like a coconut mixed with a
You-
sex goddess.
You
Okay,
listen
whatever.
here, you perfectly symmetrical nippled little twat.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't talk about my symmetrical nipples.
I don't give a no, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell everybody. Hey everybody, Venalis has symmetrical nipples. So
okay. So just a reminder that in-party killing is definitely frowned upon.
Oh,
how
okay.
frowned
So-
upon.
Like, it's a pretty mean frown. Like, you know that. Oh, okay. You know, like when you go through the drive-through
Mhm.
and you order like an extra large fries,
Mhm.
and it's obvious that the person working the checkout window took a handful of fries out of your large fries,
Mhm.
and that face you make, like that kind of frowned upon.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
Okay. Well,
Have you heard from
he's here.
I snuck in here. Hi.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So, why don't we get this show on the road, guys? I want to apologize, first of all. My notifications are borked as all fuck because I just set up my stream again. So I just noticed that those look like ass. Apologies. I figured this time we could probably introduce the players and their characters a little bit, make sure everyone knows who's what. So I'll introduce you guys, and then maybe you can give me like a one-sentence description of your character, just so that everybody's on the same page. Myself, I am Techsmith 314, if you didn't know by the channel name, and I am the Keeper, or as most people know it, the Dungeon Master. But in this system, Monster of the Week, I am called the Keeper, and I have very vocally threatened to kill the character of anyone who calls me a DM instead of a keeper. And my little itsy bitsy baby brother, tiny infant sibling of mine, Milton T. Pike, the gentleman, scholar, and streamer, plays the super not little Slump. Why don't you give us a one-sentence description of Slump, Milton?
sure. So the best way I can describe Slump is sweet, lovable, terrifying, and if you want to get a scope of how big he is, imagine the polar opposite of how fucking small Techsmith's hands are.
Wow.
Pretty good. Give you a pretty good idea.
Right for the dick.
Imagine a small, weird little misshapen baby dick. The opposite
Oh.
of that is how big Slump is.
Good fuck. All right. Well, that was great. Feeling bad. Starting on a low note.
Excellent.
Yep. So then, my wonderful, beautiful, spectacular wife, Tacta wife, or as I tend to call her in the real world, Kaylee, plays Lucille Hudson. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Lou?
Hi, guys. Lou is a fortune teller who used to tell half the time made up fortunes and half the time guessing fortunes. And now it's starting to get a little bit more real because she's starting to talk to ghosts. And she was nervous before, and now she's nervous all the time. And the end.
I love that. She was nervous before, and now she's nervous all the time. And then my very longtime friend, going way back to the old days of WoW, and spanning just about any game that we cared to play in between. Mathradical plays Jake Marshall. Math, why don't you give us a one-sentence description of Jake?
Hi, friends. So imagine Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in space who went to technical school to fix hover bikes.
Perfect.
That's
I
pretty
love
clear,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, like that. Like you can actually see that person, and it doesn't hurt that there's actual art of Jake on the screen right now. So these are the characters. That one's Slump. That one's Jake. That one's Lou. And the next one is Venalis, owner, creator, president, and CEO of Darkside. Amazing RP streamer and all-around genuinely fat man.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
I was waiting for it, and there it is. Excellent. Fucking
Glad I was
Got him.
punctual this week. Wow. Well, hi, I'm Galdrick and apparently really fat, and I no longer have self-esteem, so I don't want to
Damn.
suck anymore.
Oh, damn.
Come
See,
on.
you come from me, you're going to deal with the brother, too.
Yeah, there's two
Bitch.
of us.
Is that the one with the small hands you keep telling everyone about?
Oh my god.
Ooh, well, they are freakishly
They're
small.
a little
Can't-
small,
They're
barely
fucking
smaller than normal.
Weird and little. It's like a little cherry tomato surrounded by baby carrots.
This is awful.
Mm.
That
Okay,
would
got
Oh
make
it.
their
yeah, what
fingers-
was it? It was
This is awful.
Vienna sausages hot glued to a tennis ball.
There you
Fuck
go.
you
Yes.
Come on,
guys.
man, you
Yes.
guys.
This is the fucking worst.
There it is.
It's not your birthday anymore, okay?
I know. God. Speaking of which, I guess we can go over a little bit of a recap. First things first, I'm not going to lie, banishing the guy at the top of the tower last time, which, spoiler alert, that happened last time. That had me rewrite the entire next 4 sessions completely. Like
Oh, good.
you completely destroyed the rails that I had you guys on. I pretty much knew where you were going to go, in what order you were going to go there. And doing that, like killing him or interrogating him would have been things that I had accounted for. And simply using that fucking cast out evil thing was something I had not accounted for and made things a lot more interesting. So I rewrote all the shit. I actually had to basically RP that character all by myself, and it was very lonely. I had to legitimately find out, oh my god, those fucking notifications are so loud. I had to basically find out what the hell he was doing and how he would react to being banished. Because banish doesn't banish him from existence, it moves him. And I get to choose where. So he moved and then he did things. And I guess why don't we, I'll do a little bit of a recap of what's happened basically since the dawn of time, or the start of this Monster of the Week campaign, which technically for them is the dawn of time. In the intros I gave you guys, you all experienced some bad stuff in different ways. Galdrick was informed there's an angel trying to stop him from doing exactly what he wants to do. Slump turned into a monster. Jake watched the love of his life unravel before his very eyes. And Lou saw the devil. You found yourselves coming together over a shared contact, Thomas Whitaker. He dumped some lore on you guys. He told you that quote-unquote magic is real, and it's called ink. The people that can see it are called seers, and the people that can manipulate it are called weavers. There is like a group of people who are trying to use ink to destabilize the political powers of the planet so that they can take it. And you don't know what happens when they take it, but it sounds bad because any planet that has fallen goes totally radio silent, and no expeditions to these fallen planets ever return. You found a big lightning monkey, or as Slump called it, a zappy banana dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. You found out that a weaver had made it. You found out that monsters ain't real, as is the name of the podcast. but that weavers create familiars that are monstrous looking. And I lost my spot. Big lightning monkey found out the weaver made it. Found a tower out in the lake, out in the gray water that you suspect the weaver lived in. You went there, and everyone almost died when you tried to scope it out. Then, when it all went to hell, you banished the fine-looking gentleman who lived at the top of the tower. And that put a real weird spin on things. Then you had a super weird time at Great Day. Great Day is the holiday that celebrates God's birthday. Slump ate chili and blew up a crazy lady's leg.
That did happen.
Yep. Galdrick stabbed a building and then watched his friends blink out of existence. Jake,
Yeah, that was weird.
that was pretty weird. Jake had to head-to-head engine build-off against Hannah Cannon of the competing garage.
Uppercuts can suck a dick.
And Lou learned that she can't do magic, but that her unsavory bleeding friend might be able to do it for her for a price.
It's not great.
It's not great, but I mean, hey, if you ever need some magic done. So you guys are currently at the Great Day Fair. It's winding down. People are starting to close up some of the shops and storefronts, and the giant bonfire that had the setting of the hands, which were the pretty much regular sized hands that you dipped in water, then threw into the bonfire, where they expanded and grew massive and then shrunk down into twisted little burned up fetus hands. That giant bonfire is slowly dying down. And I wanted to give you guys one last opportunity to do any events that you wanted to do. And if it wasn't listed, if there's an event that you want to think of, like if you go to a fair and you're like, oh, I really hope there's this, then we can definitely do something. Or else you guys can just start to leave the fair. Whatever you guys want. I'll let you talk it out.
Slump is still so fucking high he can't form words.
That's right.
He cannot properly communicate
Yeah.
what he wants to do. So it's sort of going to be in the hands of everybody else.
Yeah, you guys ate a bunch of
couple
candies.
more hours of horseshoes.
Wow. No, that's horseshoe was the first one to pack up. They're gone. Can't do horseshoes.
They're still picking horseshoes out of people and buildings.
That's right. We had a horseshoe NATO of Slump fucking impaling everything with horseshoes.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything they're burning to do, or are you just gonna kind of mosey on out of the fairgrounds?
How bad is my hand still hurt?
Your hand is.
I don't remember if we healed yet.
You did not. So Galdrick, you're at like 1 hit point or something. Like you look unbelievably fucked up.
Oh God.
Galdrick needs a fucking hospital.
What happened to Galdrick?
So
I put my hand in a garbage disposal, essentially.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then Brock Lesnar died.
Yeah. You watched Gork just fucking keel over dead.
So we got out of the hospital, went to the fair, going back to the hospital.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
But like you're not
Like
alone.
Fucking frequent flyer miles or something.
There's actually like a long line of people in various states of fucking injury and malady all making their way to the hospital. It seems like this is kind of a normal thing.
Is that what it is then? We want to all go to the hospital?
I think so. I just pulled up
Yeah.
my sheet. I've got 2 spots left. So let's say I think I need to fix this,
Definitely.
and I want to hold up my hand, and I'm just missing 3 fingers.
Oh God!
Slump doesn't understand how to treat injuries, so he goes, "Oh no, Mr. Teeny Tot," and grabs your hand and just starts going, just blowing on it.
I just smile
Thank
at it
God.
like, hey.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna kiss it better, and I was really concerned.
He doesn't want to acquire the taste for Galdrick flesh.
That's true.
Honestly,
Jake has like a scratch on his knuckle from working on the engine, and is sort of like babying that a little bit, and then looks over at Goldrick and just sort of like vomits in his mouth.
All right, you guys want to head to the hospital. and get all your various maladies and injuries dealt with, that skin knuckle and the missing hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe
Okay.
maybe Slump can get a fucking injection of Novocaine or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Try to counteract these 700 candies he's crammed down his gullet.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, because usually the candies just wear off overnight, but some people definitely overdo it on Great Day, and they take way too many candies, and like they're terrified of going to sleep. Like they're so high they think they're gonna die as soon as they close their eyes. And when they see Slump, who has one eyeball that has no pupil and one eyeball that is all pupil, they just assume that he needs one of the come down kind of shots. And so when you walk in, you know, you see people being carted off in various directions, some to intensive care units, some a little bit more urgently than others. Some are being treated just right there on the spot by kind of a bevy of medical professionals right there inside the doors. They all have smiles on their face. They know that this is like a pretty regular thing that happens on Great Day, where everybody gets super fucked up. And somebody just sees Slump walk in with that look on his face. And I guess as soon as Slump tries to say something and it's just a scream. Yeah. As soon as that happens, they give him a little injection on his arm, which, because you take one less harm, and this isn't even one harm, you don't even feel it. Like there isn't even a registry that anything touched you, because you're fucking immune to pain at this point.
Okay.
And suddenly you are a billion times smarter than you used to be, which would in D&D terms put you at about -100 intelligence, which is Slump's normal.
Okay, all right, excellent.
And we're like packing up for the night, gonna go to bed, kind of situation here.
That's pretty much what it seems like. Like I mean, I don't want to talk for you guys, but it is becoming evening time. There's no more fairgrounds to be had after this.
Yeah, if you guys don't want to do anything, I think I'm just gonna go home and go to sleep, and I'll meet you at, I don't know, sheriff's or fuck, what's his name?
Come on. Last name
Don't
Brady.
Thomas, thank you. Yeah, I mean, if y'all don't need me for tonight, just want to meet up with Tom or fucking sheriff in the morning or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
Alright.
that sounds good. Do we want to meet at Tom's?
Sure, what time? Slump, what time works for you?
Slump don't care. Slump need bed by story.
Oh God, not again. Okay.
All right, yeah, Jake's just gonna, sort of wave, nod, walk out, and whenever you want to pick up with me back at the Haven, we can do that.
Yep, sounds good. All right, so Jake just takes off, and the three of you are in the hospital. Galdrick, when they see your hand, there's like this smiling medical assistant, nurse type person who, has a big smile on their face, like, "Oh, did you have fun at?" Ooh. When they see your hand, they realize that they're not the professional for this. And you can see, like, they really almost harfed up there. And then they look back at your eyes, and they just, it's the most forced smile you've ever seen. And they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go get a doctor. Hope you enjoyed a great day." And a doctor.
Yeah, it was fun.
What did you get up? How did you get that? How did you lose that?
I don't even remember. They were like, "Hey, let's play a game." And they said the game was to put my hand inside of a garbage disposal. So I did it, and I won. The other guy died.
What? The other guy died?
Guy.
You're not supposed to die at Great Day. I mean, it sounds like he wasn't very good at the game.
Well, I mean, the game was to be like, it was like sharks that were biting your hand. And I think one nicked an artery. Him. It was bad.
Did you win?
Yeah.
Well, then it sounds like it was worth it. I'll get someone to look at that for you.
I look up at Slump. Slump, what did I actually win?
Slump reaches into his pocket and
no.
pulls out a few rancid, half-deteriorated fucking pocket buddy noodles.
Good lord.
Thanks, Mr. Teeny Tot.
Yay! That's disgusting. But I'll take it and be like, thanks. And the moment Slump turns it, I just throw it across the hospital.
Like that kid who gets an avocado for Christmas. An avocado. Thanks.
You hear like a splort and you hear someone say, "Oh, gross."
Chain reaction of people just throwing up all over each other.
A medical professional comes over, sees what's going on. They kind of pop out their hack jack that does like a 3D scanning of your hand, of your good hand and your bad hand. And he's like, "Oh, this is no problem. There's a little bit of an artery nick there. We'll just seal that up, and then we'll get you all fixed up." And he pulls out this weird looking horror tool with approximately 6 million spikes, 400 needles, and 300 drills. And it kind of discombobulates and recombobulates as it's like Transformers style inverting in on itself, and it sprays this foam onto your hand that immediately takes the like a consistency of skin, and little nubby fingers start growing out where the new fingers are going to be.
Ew, ew, ew. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
There's like a weird little bit of a fingernail starting to grow too.
Oh.
Oh, wait till the finger's long before the nail. Dang.
It's developing technology. And you guys are ready to head out for the night. So, you guys.
Do we?
Yep.
Do we need to roll to see if we slip on the noodles on the way out? Roll noodle dexterity.
Yes, Lou is unfortunate enough to, on her way out, be heading straight for the weird pile of decomposed slimy noodles on the ground, and I'm gonna need you to roll to protect someone, to not slip on the noodles.
Well, let's see. That's plus tough, and I have 0 of that, so that's a good start.
Which is fine.
So it's it's 2d6 at once. Yeah, it is.
Hey, mixed success. So this is protect someone. Mixed success. You protect them okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So I will say,
Who am I?
you're protecting yourself, but it doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't make sense for you to take the harm that you were going to take. So I'll just say that you don't suffer any harm, because then you're just gonna have to go back to the hospital, which you're already in. I'm gonna say like you step on the noodles and kind of slip Bugs Bunny cartoon style backwards and catch yourself on someone just as they're getting stitches, and the like sewing needle for the stitches goes in a bit too deep, and they take the harm that you were gonna take.
Oh my god, that is a very bad meet cute. That's not how to start something good.
And you look over at the guy, and it was actually his mouth. Like the right side of his mouth has been peeled open, and they were sewing that closed. And the needle just went a little bit too far in. He's like, ah, oh, it's okay, it's okay.
God, Great Day sounds fucking awful.
Very, very bad. Bad all the way
Fucking
down.
nightmare, man.
Oh,
Fucking nightmare
man.
this is.
I can't wait for the campaign to go to next year. Next Great Day is going to be so good. Okay. So as you guys are walking out of the hospital and you're starting to leave town, you're still in town. I guess for information's sake, which way are you guys going? Where are you headed for the evening?
Sorry.
Let's go. No.
Everyone's like, where is? Well, fuck. If Slump needs Betty buys and his place is at Tom's, because that's where his room is, I guess we're just gonna go to Tom's. Actually,
I Lou would like to go to her own little shuttle. She's had a big day. She almost died, and she, talked to more ghosts and stuff. So I'm just gonna go back to my little shuttle and, recoup.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of, out on the street, it's a pavement street, but it's definitely dusty, and maybe a tumbleweed rolls by. You're all exchanging your pleasantries, good night, and then Slump, you hear a voice. It's like a whisper in the back of your head, and you can't really make out the words, but you have an idea what they mean. But the meaning isn't really important. It's that these words are like a compulsion. Whatever the voice is saying, you feel an urge for violence, but you aren't mad. There's no anger. No anger whatsoever. It's like a sneeze, except instead of blowing snot out of your nose, you're going to blow violence all over everything.
Okay, excellent.
So I'm going to need you to roll to protect someone, and the someone is going to be everyone else.
Oh, excellent. Okay, what am I rolling?
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of it.
You're going to roll
what am I rolling
plus
against?
tough. You're just going to roll plus tough. Your 2d6 plus whatever your tough modifier is.
Okay, do you have that handy? I can grab it in just a second here.
Let me take a look.
Pictures.
Probably like 8.
Yeah.
There he is. I have. Oh yeah, my computer's being fucked.
You have plus 2 tough. So 2d6 plus 2.
Okay. 2d6 plus 2. Oh.
Barely more than a fail. So, you guys are, the fair is being packed up, and there is like a, one of those hammer smash games where you smash the hammer to see how strong you are. And Slump, you feel this compulsion, and it wants wanton violence. Like when you're like, and when you go to sneeze, and just mentally, when you go to mentally sneeze, you want to become a whirlwind of blood and gore and horror and violence. Like you just want destruction and pain and death and blood is what you want.
Okay.
And you just, the injection that you just got is enough to give you enough kind of clarity of mind to hold back wanting to literally tear Galdrick's face off.
Okay.
And
thanks.
and instead, you see the hammer next to the hammer smash machine. You pick it up and you just obliterate the whole machine. You smash the machine to metal chunks in the ground, and then you just grip the hammer so tightly that the entire hammer explodes in your hands. And then you're good.
Oh my god.
You feel all better. Like there's like nothing went wrong. You're just totally normal.
Okay. While Slump is doing that, he's shouting,
Murder, death, destruction, pandemonium.
and as soon as he's done, he turns to Galdrick and goes,
Oh, hi, Mr. Teeny Tot.
I'm honestly gonna look up and be like, "Hi, Slump." Like nothing. Like this is normal operating procedure right here. Hi, Slump. You okay?
Yeah, Mr. Teeny Tot, Slump feel much better.
What did you do to that hammer?
Oh,
Make you mad?
Slump take the bonk stick, and go bonk on the bonk machine.
Okay. All right.
So after you finished hammering that thing, you feel another feeling. And this one's worse.
"Oh,
No. We did good.
Because now
We did good. You reward us.
now you feel hungry. And
oh boy,
it's the bad hunger. This isn't the kind of hunger
boy.
that flaming hot chili is going to fix. You need to eat something that is living. And if you don't feed this hunger soon, something bad is going to happen. It's going to be violence, and it's going to be anger, and it's going to be rage, and it's going to be unfucking controllable. So I'm going to ask you to roll under pressure. A success is going to stop you from doing any violence. A mixed success is going to be property damage. And a fail is going to mean that you hurt someone.
Uh-oh.
So do you have your roll plus?
Yes. Sorry, just give me one. My fucking it literally will not open my my image. I don't understand why it won't just open it. Open sesame. Open sesame.
It's a -1, unfortunately.
Okay.
So things are about to get real bad. It's going to be a 2d6 -1.
Okay, 2d6 -1.
Lou's definitely out.
Oh my
Lou's
god.
definitely already gone.
Okay.
Oh no!
So Lou is gone.
Oh boy.
I was lying.
Okay.
Damn it.
Because there's a small extra twist to this.
Okay.
I just have to...
He's on his phone, not to break the
where's
fourth wall and whatever. But like,
I know, I'm looking for a thing, and I don't understand this new phone. Oh my god, this is
it's
the
because
worst
you just had a
fucking thing
birthday,
ever.
so you're old now.
I know, yeah, how the fuck does this
Cross
phone
the
work?
line.
Did somebody get my grandchild? This phone dangle thing isn't quite working the way I remember it from my day.
Where's this?
Lou, where's my jitterbug?
God.
It's got the big buttons. Where'd it go? I know I put it here.
I plugged it into the landline, but something's still not working.
It's all fun and games now. But Slump...
You're about to make Slump eat me.
Slump, you turn and you punch someone in the chest. Just one of the people walking out of the hospital, and you punch them so hard in the chest. You hear their shoulders
Some
snap.
grandpa that's just going under. Oh god. Okay.
But it gets better because I just opened up my stopwatch, and you're going to make this roll every 30 seconds until you guys find a way to feed him something. And it just started now.
Oh.
Oh, what the
Okay.
fuck?
Same roll that I just did.
Same roll that you just did every 30 seconds.
Okay.
Wait, so he just punches us? Do we know that he's hungry first?
Hungry.
I was gonna say.
Slump need feed.
What kind of feet? Have I seen this before? Question to the keeper. Have I seen this before?
You have not.
Okay. Does anyone have any candy? Candy! I start shouting into the hospital. Candy!
Not candy. Slump needs something not like Noodle Buddy.
Another roll,
Oh,
please.
Oh, God. Okay.
You managed to
Jake is
just...
humming to himself as
buddy,
he
good
runs
job.
over.
Yeah.
Please stop. Slump.
Oh God. Okay. Calm down. I'm gonna run into the. Oh God. I'm gonna run into the hospital. Are we still close to the hospital? Are we like outside
Yeah,
the
you
front
guys
of
are just outside the hospital in a
it?
nearby
Okay. I want
cross
to
street.
run back in. I want to yell at a nurse. Hey, nurse! Hey!
Yes, what's the matter?
Do you have any dead bodies around here?
Ted, they're in the morgue. Why would we keep them in the hospital?
Where's the morgue? Where's the morgue?
It's in the basement. Do you want me to... That's going to be another roll.
Feed.
Oh, yeah,
Stop.
just
Stop.
fuming.
Feed.
It's in the basement. Why
I'm
would
gonna
you
yell
wanna...
at Slump. Slump! Food! Basement! Go!
Food. Where? Take Slump now. Take Slump now. Oh, everybody
You
wants
guys
so
Look at the nurse and
tasty.
say, if you don't show him where the basement is, he's gonna eat you.
That seems ridiculous. I can show you guys where the basement is. All right, it's just this is seems like it's against protocol. I don't know if I can show you guys just where that's going to be another roll.
I'm gonna tell him to eat you, and he will do it.
Slump looks at the nurse and starts licking his lips.
Lou's still in the street, just shaking a granola bar and being worried.
All right, that'll be another roll.
Oh god.
Oh boy. So
Bye bye.
as you enter the I'm not timing. I'll tell you when the clock starts again. So as you walk into the hospital, I guess I haven't identified their gender. So the person starts, kind of showing down the hallway, and then they're kind of hesitating as they're like, I don't know if I can show you where this morgue is just because you asked. That seems like a breach of protocol.
You show Slump now, or Slump turn you into num-nums in his tum-tums.
He's done. He's already eaten 3 people today.
Oh
Trying to
my
eat
God.
the dead ones.
And
We're trying to eat the dead ones, not the living ones.
Yeah, the failed roll, I'm going to say there is just, you're not getting the food you need, and you've been able to kind of control it, and it builds up into this explosion as you kind of pick up a chair that a person is currently being worked on in, and hurl the chair plus the person at the wall. And the guy, like, you hear a sickening snap as the person impacts the wall. And
Oh God.
the clock is starting again.
Oh my
Person's
God.
like, it's just down this way. There's a big, what do you want to see the dead bodies for? It's in the elevator. It's down to the basement.
Lou runs fast, yeah, exactly, and slams the button because she heard what's happening.
You can hear Slump's like gripping his hands so tightly that his knuckles are starting to crack.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's like just trying to keep it at bay, but it's this burning
Do I
inside
see
him.
where the morgue door is?
Yeah, so you guys are in, there'll be one roll now, and you guys see the elevator doors that take you down to the morgue. And as you guys are leaving, Slump's roll means that... Another roll when you can.
Oh,
The
sorry.
most
Oh,
casual urgency I've
Yeah.
ever seen from this nerd.
Like, this person does not understand that you have a crazy maniacal person-eating person with you. And
Well, you think after you just threw a fucking wheelchair that was being operated on.
yeah, and that's just it. So, like, after Slump does that, and they point you towards the elevator door, as you're going by, Slump, you just punch this person right in the face, and
Oh my God.
you can feel multiple bones cave underneath your fist as they just crumple as you're going towards the elevator. You guys get into the elevator.
Would I be? I was gonna say as a side note, would I be tempted to eat the person whose face I just punched?
Yes, you would be tempted actually, and I guess it's going to be the same roll, act under pressure again to not eat the person.
That's not,
Oh,
that's not the question I
2d6.
was about to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, -1. Yep.
2d. Oh Jesus. Oh.
Okay. I guess if you have a kind of a queasy stomach, maybe stop listening right now, because it's going to get real bad. Because this person is not dead.
Oh no. Oh.
Can I attempt to stop him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll to protect
Yeah.
someone to stop him from eating this person. You see that his eyes have become fixed on that person. I'll look at what it is.
You know what I will do? I'm gonna try to punch Slump right in the face to knock him out.
You
Oh my
want to
God.
knock him out of it.
I'm gonna punch him in the face as hard as I fucking.
So now, do you want this to be a kick some ass or a help out? Are you trying to help him out of this, or do you want to kick his ass enough that he snaps out of it?
I want to smite him.
You want to smite him? What does smite do? I haven't looked at that in a while.
Your body and divine weapon always count as a weakness against the monsters you fight. Your unarmed attacks are to harm intimate hand.
Oh boy, there's some mechanics you don't know are in play. So I guess you recognize that Slump is about to take a bite out of this person who is unconscious but definitely still alive. You charge up your fist, Iron Fist style, with a big holy smite, and you punch Slump in his face as hard as you can. And the flesh of your fingers make contact with the flesh of his face, and you see that transfer of the divine smite from your hand into his face, and it just dissipates. There is no divine smite against Slump, and there is a mechanical reason for that. Slump, you just got a little love tap from Galdrick, and I don't even think it registers, honestly. There was nothing.
Slump's like notices that he has been contacted physically. So he just turns to Galdrick and says,
Slump need food.
Galdrick would take half a second to realize that his divine smite didn't work. So
Yeah.
there must be something divine at work here. And he goes, go ahead, eat.
Oh my god.
Lou,
no.
would you like to try to do anything?
Well, I was gonna say I think after Slump punched the nurse, Lou would continue on and try and bring a body to Slump. So can I go to the, as in, parallel? Can I go to the morgue?
Yeah, you'll be in the elevator. So like as you got into the elevator and the elevator doors are closing, you see Slump leaning down to take a bite out of this person.
Oh.
I press door closed really fast.
Yeah.
Just don't watch it. Just don't
bing,
watch.
bing, 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 and the doors start to close ever so slowly. As I'm sorry, but you hear a disgusting crunch. As Slump,
Oh, why don't these buttons work?
Slump, you have bitten the person's foot off.
Oh God. Okay. Are they making any noise?
They instantly start screaming, and the entire
Out
hospital.
of her shattered face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, she
Okay.
starts screaming out of her shattered face. Everyone in the hospital is now looking at Slump taking a bite out of this person's foot. And they are fucking scattering. They're leaving.
In
No,
his only sort of brief moment of clarity with a mouth full of bone and toes and fucking toenails, Slump looks up at Teeny Tot and holds up his cucumber-sized fingers and just says,
Mr. Teeny Tot, don't look! Turn away, Mr. Teeny Tot!
I want to have the exact expression that Teeny Tot has on that.
God. God. This big
I want to
stare
have
and big
that
smile.
look, but I want to suddenly kind of turn into Palpatine and be like,
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Slump feels encouraged and goes for another bite.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, you're kind of in it. So I will say, Lou, downstairs, you can see the room where all the bodies are. There's one in the process of being prepped that you can grab and drag back to the elevator if you'd like to.
I would like to, but is there a gurney or do I have to physically drag?
There is a gurney. Yeah, no, there's totally a gurney. Oh, no, they're on a table. You could put them on a gurney if you'd like.
I'd like to roll them, onto a gurney. Also, do I recognize the person? Am I going to feel bad about this?
No, you don't. You don't recognize them at all.
But they seem like they're probably a bad person, right? Like they just got that look about them. Like they were really mean to customer service people and stuff.
It's someone's
Actually-
grandmother.
yeah, it's somebody's grandmother, and you can tell that all they do is work at soup.
So there's something, there's something fucked up about us because I was also gonna say grandmother, and so
What is
There we
wrong
go.
with all of you guys?
There we go. There it is.
it is unfortunately definitely someone's grandmother.
I hate this game.
You wheel it on.
She's
Give me that subtle look
life.
of, it's okay, do what you have to do.
Oh my god!
I'll understand, sweetheart.
Okay, so I just want to say this just because I know we're all new to this. We're not super familiar with the game. But Lou, you do still have the offer to do magic standing. The guy can help you if ever you need to. I don't know if you considered that or not. I just want to make sure you didn't forget that you do have Mr. Guy who's always willing to help you out with some magic.
I did forget.
Okay.
And so let's say, that sucks though, because he was real creepy about it. Okay.
Yeah, with
Okay.
this whole.
There's no good guys. Didn't like it.
But I mean, so Slump, you take another bite, and now you've taken off everything
God.
kind of just above the knee.
Oh my God. Okay. What is this person doing?
They are screaming and they're trying to claw away, but their face is so busted in they can't see anything. So they're just kind of grabbing at anything and everything around them, and there's no one helping them because they just left the hospital. Everyone freaked out and ran away.
Awesome.
I'd like to, he's trying to claw away.
Yeah.
I want to stab him in the back of the head with a trident.
Oh my god!
Nurse Oh,
Fucking
well,
awesome.
listen. Okay, Jesus. So I saw that it was a grandma, and I was like, that sucks. Maybe I should try this other horrible option that also sounds very bad. And I really try and see and bring up that guy.
You're in the
creepy, creepy
basement.
guy.
You're in the basement. And you want to talk to the bleeding man?
Yeah, I don't really think that through. I just want to talk to him right away because I think about it right then.
Okay, so first of all, Slump, you're kind of, you've kind of ripped off a piece of this person's leg, and you're chewing it like a giant, weird, uncooked ham on the bone. And Galdrick, when you drive the trident through this person's head, their whole body changes as you drive your trident through their head. They become much shorter, and you're realizing that you're stabbing through kind of a golden blonde head of hair. And as you pull it out, their head kind of rolls over to the face up, and you realize that you just stabbed a copy of yourself in the head.
Has Slump what is the state of Slump's mouth? Does he have a mouth full of body
Yeah,
part?
yeah, giant mouth full of human.
Okay, I want to, as soon as I see that it is now Galdrick, I want to roll to spit it out of my fucking mouth.
Yep. Roll to act under pressure, which is plus cool, which is -1.
Oh, God, okay.
Oh, wow. All right, that's a perfect roll. So, yeah, you realize, you looks like you're eating, you don't know how it happened, but it looks like you're eating Galdrick right now.
No, Mr. Cheaton! Slump is a monster!
Slump thinks he's actually eaten Galdrick.
Yeah.
I want to tap him on the shoulder.
Huh?
How do I taste?
Succulent?
Good. Eat more. I take like some of it and I put more into his mouth.
Oh my god.
That's right. That's right. This is what's supposed to happen. Just let it happen.
Slump
This
is
is a
reluctantly
bad
chewing.
campaign. This is a bad. The campaign's over. Stream's over, guys. This is bad. This has gone to a bad place. Oh my god. All right. So Lou, you wanted to talk to the bleeding man. So you're in the basement, and you realize that a human body is real fucking heavy. And you're having trouble getting old Granny off the table onto the gurney by yourself without any help. And so you open up your third eye, and you hear him breathing behind you with that kind of low roar of a fire, with this kind of hissing and popping of his breaths in and out. And you can't see his face. His face is blurred, but it almost sounds like he's breathing through a smile.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hi.
Jeez. Listen, I don't like this, but this is an emergency.
What's the problem?
I got a friend up there who's completely lost control. Listen, can you, how far do your powers stretch? Can you turn back time?
Maybe, but that would really be something. Oh, I would need something very big in payment up front before I did something like that.
God, what are you...
Nudes. He wants nudes.
No! That was real life reaction. That was a character. That was from my true soul, my heart of hearts. What do you want?
I would like a little ritual where maybe we could send someone from where you are to where I am.
Oh, God.
That's just as bad. I'm trying to help somebody from being harmed, from being taken out of existence. And you're just saying, okay, but what if we replace it by taking somebody else out of existence? This is a bad deal.
I don't think you realize just how big it would be to deal with time. I would require something very big. I don't think.
All right. Well, all right. What if, can you, I don't know, heal a tremendously injured person, possibly limb, interfered with kind of person?
I think I might be able to do something like that.
You know what? Wait a minute. It seems like our friend upstairs, well, my friend, not your friend, you don't seem like you have any friends because you're, all this. But listen, it seems like, well, can you supply, morally sound food for this
Okay,
kind of fellow?
just one sec. First of all, I thought we were friends, so I would like to think I have one friend.
I just mean, that we haven't all met together is all.
Well, I have some fucking crackers in my pocket if you want food. Some honestly easy food. I have some fucking crackers if you'd like those.
Oh.
Look, I'm sorry. It's just a new situation and it's very uncomfortable and there's a dead old lady right over there and my friend is eating a person.
Your friend. Oh, that's the big one. He's interesting, isn't he?
Yes, but also we're kind of on a timetable.
What do you want then?
I think what we gotta do is we gotta replace what's in front of him with another tastier but morally sound option. I've just seen somebody grow back a hand, so I think they're okay to get a foot back.
Okay, then I'll ask something small. I'm going to want to do something just very innocuous. And I'm going to want you to cover for me. When I do it, I don't know what it is yet, but I'm a bit of a scientist and I'm going to have an experiment and I want you to take the blame for it when I try it so that they don't come looking for me.
Look, all right.
Perfect. So I think I know what your friend needs. And he has his hand held up in front of his face with the crossed fingers, and he brings down his hand away from his face, and you can no longer hear that roar of flame. You can't hear him breathing or anything. And you see him kind of, his hands have that red liquid kind of coming out of it, and that one big wide eye in the middle of his face has that red liquid oozing out of it. And he starts looking around at the ground, and he sees a little bit of the white liquid coming out of your foot. And he reaches down and he grabs that bit of white liquid coming out of your foot. He kind of scoops it up and he pulls on it, and it kind of pulls this ribbon of ink out of you, and it becomes almost like a paint streak as he does this. And then he starts moving his hands around this paint streak, almost doing like a cat's cradle with this paint streak of ink. And then when it's in this weird, interesting box shape, he does this one final maneuver, and he's holding a big 50-ounce steak in his hands. And he crosses in. He's holding it in one hand, and with his other hand, he crosses the fingers and holds it back in front of his face. And you can hear him breathing again. And he says, "I think this should be all your friend needs." And there is a steak basically hovering in the air in front of you, Lou.
I grab it and I run for the doors.
All right, so Slump.
Yeah.
I think you've taken another bite, or at least you wanted to take another bite. So do you want to resist eating another bite of Galdrick's leg, second Galdrick's leg, or do you want to just go ahead and do it?
Slump is so confused about all of this. He doesn't understand how he's eating Galdrick, but Galdrick is right there.
Yeah.
But Galdrick is also telling him to go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna resist. Just gonna keep on helping myself to Galdrick 2.0 until someone physically intervenes.
All right. So they're definitely dead now because they've had their heads skewered by Galdrick.
Okay.
I was gonna say that they scream, but they don't because they are completely impaled. And Lou comes running down the hallway with this stake in her hands.
Slump, is this? Oh my God!
Slump have num-nums.
This stake, this stake is now the most attractive, tasty-looking item you have ever. More than any living, screaming, bleeding human you've ever eaten, this is the tastiest-looking thing you have ever seen.
Slump just with his remaining mouthful of fake Galdrick just spits it out and starts like holding his hands out like a child who's sleepwalking and just walking straight towards Lou with the stake.
Lou tosses it into Slump's hands.
Probably smart.
Now tries.
Yeah, no, it's easy enough. You just kind of toss it and Slump, you now have a 50-ounce enormous gorgeous steak in your hands.
No, okay, Slump is just gonna like no holds barred, not even gonna try to enjoy it, just fucking scarf the thing down.
Yeah, and when you eat it, you feel fucking amazing. You feel like Goku after eating 100 bowls of rice kind of thing. Like you feel like you have reached a new power level. It fades relatively quickly, but this fucking supercharges you, and there is no hunger anymore.
Aha, excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Slump just looks at alive Galdrick and says,
Wow, Miss Lady has such nice num-num for Slump. Slump feels so much better.
When he turns around to Num Num Lady, can I want to like lay down where this body was just half eaten?
Yeah.
Want to roll around in it a little bit so I'm all covered in blood.
Okay, yep, that's gross. Sure.
And I want to look up at Slump and go, ah!
God! Slump turns back around and sees Galdrick and goes,
Slump is a monster!
just like clawing at his eyes.
And I want to do baby arms and hold my arms in the air, like, carry me one last time.
Slump bursts into hysterical tears. It scoops him up like a baby and then just drapes him across his shoulders.
I think I'm gonna be fine now, Slump. Thanks.
Slump is now he's just in hysterics, so he goes
Slump don't feel so good. Slump gonna throw. Slump gonna.
I scratch behind the ears.
It's too late. It's too late now. And he pukes up Galdrick everywhere.
Oh my God.
That's the worst. Oh God.
Yeah.
You know I was kidding, right? I'm fine.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was
happened.
great. Awesome. Okay.
Nurse.
Then you look down and remember.
Oh yeah.
That was the nurse.
The nurse is now inside a slump.
And
was inside a slump.
And there's no one else in the fucking hospital.
Oh my God.
You hear sirens in the distance.
Slumped sleepy.
No, no, no.
Teeny
We need to go to Tom's, then you can sleep, and I'll give you a Betty by time, okay?
Yeah, we go to Miss.
I count 3, 2, 1. I smack him on the back of the head.
Someone slapping Slump! Mr.
Quick, to Tom's! That's where they went!
Oh.
They went to Tom's! Quick, go!
Slump like grab. I guess Galdrick is still riding on his shoulders.
Yeah,
so
yep.
Slump just takes off towards Tom's.
All right, Slump and Galdrick take off towards Tom's. Lou, you are left in the empty hospital, sirens in the distance growing louder, next to a completely mutilated body.
Does the body, first question, still look like Galdrick?
Yeah, sure does.
I mean, that's probably good, right? Like, he was new in town and stuff.
Yeah?
People aren't gonna be looking into it too much. Anyway, I think Lou would look and like grab a mop and then look at the mess and then be like, "Oh, fuck it," and then run.
Yeah, okay, it sounds good. All right, so and you're going to your ship, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right then. So, Slump and Galdrick, you arrive at Tom's mine. And I even have little tokens for you guys down at the bottom. So I'm gonna grab Slump and Galdrick, and I'm gonna move you guys up into Slump's room. So you guys are in the upper left-hand corner. And Slump is in his big old Betty Bye.
With the little gym jams on.
With his little gym jams on. Galdrick, I don't know how you sleep. How do angels sleep, Galdrick?
Standing up.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh,
That's
God.
Do your eyes close?
What eyes?
Yeah, oh my God. Wait, are you saying that you remove your eyes in order to sleep?
You know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna say I sleep like. I'm just gonna stick with Galdrick. He looks exactly how he normally looks. Eyes wide. He has a grin, and he just falls asleep like that.
Oh my God.
But he only ever sleeps in the corner of a room that is dark. So if anybody ever is like doing the lantern like through the creepy room, like
Oh my God.
just barely reveals my sleeping face, and it just scares the shit out of me.
That's some Blair Witch shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so then you're in that back corner there, kind of behind the pile of the pile of shit rock there, looking out at the entrance, with that big creepy ass smile and everything.
Hey, when you say pile of shit rock,
Yeah. Oh no, it's
I mean, that's not...
it's a rock that's been beat all to shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I guess the next morning, or no, wait, I guess Jake, you're at your haven. Did you want to do something at your haven?
I did.
What do you want to do at your haven?
So I'll pull into the scrapyard, go into the garage, and sort of like go down into the bunker that is the haven, that is where I live.
Yeah.
Sort of awkward buzzing lights, and I like quietly make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I go to a filing cabinet and pull it open, and it's just filled with all these fucking old Nokia phones. So I would like to use my lore library to see if I can figure out anything about what the fuck we just saw in that tower.
Okay. Fuck
Smart.
yes.
Really fucking smart. Really smart.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. So, lore library, why don't you describe me what the role is and what it does?
So I roll a hit the books and take a +1 forward to investigating a mystery as long as historical or reference works exist.
Hot damn. Okay, so you're going to roll to investigate a mystery. You're going to try to find out what the fuck you saw in that tower and you're going to get a +1 to the roll.
And that is sharp. Okay.
Yeah.
And +1 to the roll.
Yeah, so you roll 2d6 plus sharp plus another one.
Weak.
All right, 10. I think 10 is a full perfect success. I don't think you can get any better than. Yeah. On a 10 plus, you can ask 2 questions. I'll snip it and put it in Discord.
I have them in front of me.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll read them out just for people listening. The questions are, you get to ask 2 of them. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Okay. I think what's being concealed here would be kind of a stretch, but we'll just start with what sort of a creature is it?
Okay. And you are talking about like the guy at the top, or the monkeys in the basement, or the creepy little doctor guy?
The monkeys we're good with. I mostly just want to know, like, player me knows Frankenstein's.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jake has had run-ins with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frankenstein monsters.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, I definitely want to know if I have any information on, like, what they were doing to the bodies, like all the diodes, the electricity, and the people. What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Okay. So this is good. You through reading through the books and going over your old notes and all the shit that you've seen in the past, and all the times you've taken these meticulous notes or just pointers on all the shit you've seen in the past, you know that these are weavers now that are making these quote unquote monsters, and they're just familiars. And no familiar has ever required being shocked. They're just kind of woven into existence. This kind of treating a body, a real dead body, doesn't make much sense. And then you kind of recount your stories, and you kind of go over your notes, and you realize there's this one consistent pattern. You guys find a weaver, you find its creatures, you get Tom to make a sealing nail, and as soon as you drive the sealing nail into the dead familiar, he can't weave it back again. And you've dealt with lightning monkeys and lightning whatevers in the past, and every time you seal it, it's gone. And the weaver is at a huge disadvantage whenever you seal one of their familiars. It's like a reservoir of ink is no longer available. They have to like recharge it. They have to get their fucking electrolytes back and have a fucking Gatorade before they have enough kind of ink to build another one. And what you suspect, because this is a great fucking roll, is that this was an attempt to make a quote unquote monster that wasn't woven from ink. This would not be something that you could kill with a sealing nail.
Okay. And then I guess. So we banished the gentleman-looking guy, but not the old man.
Yeah, there was a weird, skinny-looking doctor, like so skinny that you don't understand how he had internal organs, and he did not get banished. He was still there.
Okay, so on the guy we didn't banish, in case he is something that is non-human, what? I don't think I have the information on.
What are you wanting to ask?
I was going to say, like, if he's weird, I want to know what could hurt it, but I don't think I would know anything because he just looked like a really skinny dude, right?
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can get that information if that's the question you want to ask.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You want to know what can hurt it?
Yes.
Okay.
Just the skinny man.
Yeah. So you saw the skinny man, and when you were in there, you noticed that The fine gentleman had this umbrella that had that was made of a Faraday cage, and he had it up every time he was walking around in the room, because there were those small electrodes in the ceiling that had electricity flicking between them. And the skinny, weird-looking, doctor-looking dude did not have a Faraday cage, and yet also was not getting electrocuted by all the things he was working on. And you suspect that he was probably a familiar built like a Faraday cage, built with the properties of a Faraday cage, such that he could just walk around unhurt by the electricity in the ceiling, and you assume that a ceiling nail would do him in. And other than that, because he had no, his purpose seemed to be to operate the controls without a Faraday cage. He has no great strengths or weaknesses other than kind of an immunity to electricity. So if you try to cattle prod him, it'll have no effect. So he has one strength, one immunity, and other than that, basically anything's going to hurt him, but it will take a ceiling nail to make sure that he doesn't come back.
Got it. And those are my two?
Those are your two.
So we know that the skinny dude was not the Weaver. It had to have been the other guy. And what they're doing with these bodies. Okay, yeah. Yep. I'm content. I'll sort of go down, like under the pantry, go down to that sort of room with the two cots, and sleep in one of them.
Yep. So as you were poring over the blue-green, turquoise-ish, greenish light of your Nokia phones, somewhere a couple kilometers away, there was a monstrous man eating a person alive. And just one floor below that, there was a woman making contact with a bleeding devil from another dimension. And
Perfectly average.
Perfectly average. And you guys all finally find rest. I'm sure some of you might have nightmares, but Slump, because that steak was so fucking good, like, it's the best sleep you have ever had.
Nice.
Like a fucking baby. So you all recover all harm that you were missing.
Okay.
And you guys wake up the next morning, and let's do Lou first. Lou, you wake up in your fortune-telling ship. What would you like to do?
I would like to jolt upright with a start, because I can't imagine I slept very well.
Yeah.
And then, I have my usual breakfast of like yogurt and granola with some ham hearts on there.
Nice. I love
no
that. No people.
No ethereal.
No people.
Steaks. Yeah.
Ham hearts and
None of
soybeans.
Yep.
Some kale salad.
All right, well.
No, I love that.
And some space coffee, that's important. And then I want to get right to, because I feel like I learned something huge that could help Slump in the future. So I want to get right to Tom's house.
Okay.
Tom's burrow.
Yeah. Okay. So then you head to Tom's. Jake, what would you like to do when you wake up in the morning?
So I think I slept okay, because it was just, light reading, peanut butter and jelly, normal night.
Yep.
I'll just get up, and the cot that I'm sleeping in is relatively clean, lots of blankets. But in the corner, there's sort of like it's another cot very similar. One blanket, one pillow, just bare cot, but it looks really like dirty and dingy. I'm just going to stare at it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah, my heart.
Yeah.
And then I'll get up. I'll, put the phones away that I didn't last night. I'll finish the 8-hour-old peanut butter and jelly I didn't finish. And then just slowly get my shit together, put on the same dirty hat, maybe change the sweatshirt, and get on the bike.
All right. and you hover bike on over to Jake's mines. So at the bottom of the map, Jake and Lou, you have your little character icons. And I guess you can kind of make your way up the. I'm not going to control your guys' icons anymore. You guys are going to do your own icon controlling, and we don't need to go stepwise or anything like that. I'm just saying, you guys enter the mine, and there is. It looks very much like a mine. It looks abandoned. It looks dusty. The air is very stale. There aren't many lanterns at this point. You've kind of gone through this with lights up before. And it's not until you get into Jake's cavern with the old discarded bedrolls, the abandoned, cheap, broken mining equipment that you get to Tom's main cavern. And I guess at this time, Slump, you are waking up, and so are you, Galdrick.
Okay.
All right.
Would you like to?
Slump,
yeah.
Slump wakes up and sort of stretches his arms out wide for a big morning stretch and lets out a resounding yawn, like. The walls are all shaking.
Yeah.
Morning, Mr. Teeny Tot.
I think Lou and Jake, you hear that too.
I don't say anything. I'm still just perfectly still sleeping. Not sleeping, but I'm in the same stance.
Slump stands up and pokes one of his gigantic cucumber fingers into one of Galdrick's eyes.
Mr. Teeny Tot?
Oh, what?
Hi. Slump,
Hi.
awake now. Slump awake. Want breakfast, num-num.
Hi, didn't you eat enough of me last night? That sounds
No.
nasty. Let's go back to the front. Let's go meet up. They're probably over there.
Okay.
Okay. Let's come on.
All right, so you guys are in the upper left-hand corner, and you can drag your icons down into the main room.
Yay! I want to go. Oh, wait, hold on a second. How do I do this now? Wait.
Yeah, perfect.
Huh? I want to run around the room like this. There we go. Like
Oh
that.
my God! Wow. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Great. That's awesome.
Ah!
My God. Okay, so everyone watches Galdrick run around like a crazy person.
I just imagine the camera and like in the foreground is just Jake and Lou with both their heads tracking, and like the distance you'll see him go back and forth in the frame.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. Slump. Kind of lower right. Yeah.
Yeah, I realized I was in the wrong area here. Give me 1 second, my computer's having a hard time fucking managing this.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're in character. It's fine.
Yeah. Slump is the last to arrive at the table.
Yeah.
When you guys get in here, you realize that Tom has come in, and he is standing in front of one of the doors that is not his. He is making these kind of hand gestures in front of the door that seem really weird. It's like a knock, and then his hands start twirling and moving, and fingers start coming out. And then he moves his hand, and there's another knock, and then his hands start moving. And then you all see this piece of paper start to come out of the door. And he pulls out the piece of paper, and he looks at it, and then he kind of sighs. And then he notices that, or no, he doesn't notice you. He's just reading the piece of paper, and then he kind of stands there thinking and looking at the door.
Tom, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I didn't even notice you guys come in. Yeah, no
Good
problem.
morning.
Good morning.
Slump interrupts everything and walks up as soon as he sees this going on and says,
Don't worry, Mr. Tom. Slump got this.
and he pounds on the door as hard as he can with the butt of his hand.
Oh my God.
Mr. Tom, want to talk to you.
Yeah, I'll say that the door, like, there's a big old crack in the middle of the door. Tom's like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's supposed to stay closed.
What do you mean? Who not answering you?
No.
You here so long, Mr. Tom. Slump, get them out. Don't worry.
No.
Slump good at doing knock-knock
That's
joke.
okay, Slump. It's okay. It's just Rose and, oh, damn, I don't remember the other guy. Rose and Jim? I think his name was Jim. I don't remember. We don't exchange names. They never come in here. They only ever communicate through the door with these papers. It's okay, Tom.
Well,
It's okay, Slump.
That root. Slump not okay with that.
He starts cocking back his hand for like a huge fucking swing.
They just told me that they're stepping out. They'll be here in a little while, Slump. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's great, Slump. Hi guys. What brings you back here? What did you find?
Slump ate Goldrick.
Yeah.
Slump.
That was an interesting
Wait.
day.
Oh.
And then Slump got a steak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess so. I've been kind of taking care of Slump for a little while now, ever since I found him. Oh boy. So Slump, every now and then, he needs to eat living things.
Yeah, it would have been great to hear that, like, earlier.
Yeah. No, that's on me. That's okay. I should have told you. So he needs to eat living things or very recently dead things. I usually go to the morgue and I ask for their freshest body. It was really weird for the first while that I asked it, but they kind of got used to it. Slump seems to like the fresh. If they're longer than a day old, it just does nothing for him. There was an incident once where I fed him something that was maybe a day and a half old, and that just seemed to make him even more angry. So fresh is better. Within a day is best. It does seem that I'm able to weave food for him. I think he's consuming the ink from the people, not so much the flesh. So I can sometimes weave food for him, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of ink. I've tried weaving a chicken wing for him, and it just seems to make him more hungry. So it's got to be a lot of ink, like a person's worth of ink. Whenever I have to weave him a shepherd's pie or something like that, I usually got to go back home and pound a Gatorade and get my electrolytes back.
Lou looks at her foot and kind of shakes it a little. He took the ink right out of my foot, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sorry, radio silence. And I was like,
damn,
no,
that was fucking that's some next level detail memory. Yeah, you're right. Technically, Slump ate a little bit of your foot ink.
You're welcome. That's very weird. I'm upset.
Food. Foot ink.
So
Next time, Slump, suck the ink right out of your foot.
No.
Try that now. Instantly, he's gonna get an evil grin on my face.
Listen.
Slump. If Slump had some food, he should be good for a little while. But it happens once every couple days if he hasn't eaten a resource of ink lately. So just watch out for that. Every couple days, it's gonna come back.
Can you, Tom, sorry to interrupt. Can you prepare these things, or is it kind of like the living body? It needs to be recent.
I could weave some sort of a food for him, but it would only last a little while, like, I don't know, maybe a day or two, before it would essentially lose cohesion. If I made anything that would last longer, I don't know how to do that, to be totally honest. I literally don't know how to weave something like that. Maybe, Lou, if you can truly see the ink, we could maybe work on something like that. But as it stands, I could maybe make one thing that would last maybe 2 days, and that would be all I could do. That would drain me completely.
You know, I was going to ask. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you're also interested in this, but Tom, you said so no person can both see the ink and weave it. So if you're weaving it, how do you know what you're doing if you can't see, the stuff that you're
Good
manipulating?
question.
Yeah, so there was a seer with me. So my organization is called the Calligraphers, and we've gone back a long ways. And each chapter of the Calligraphers is generally one seer and a number of weavers. And we're trained before we're sent to other planets. So my seer trained me, taught me how to do some basic weaving. I know how to do some basic things. I know, and some advanced things, to be honest. I'm not a slouch. I'm one of the fucking calligraphers, so I can do some pretty cool shit. But the seer was killed on our way to this planet. And I haven't been able to learn any new things. So basically, there's the shit that the seer taught me, and since then I haven't been able to learn anything new, which is one of the reasons that I need help against this circle of evil weavers. I don't know what else to call them. I don't know what they're called, but this organization of evil weavers, they have seers among them, and they can learn faster than I can, because when I try to learn a new weave, I'm basically just fucking around with ink, and nothing happens. And I need people who can help me, because that organization, they're growing stronger, and they're doing better. So, I guess long story short, I had a seer who helped me learn, and I've memorized some things, but I can't learn anymore.
Hey, Chief.
All right.
Yeah?
So I'm gonna sort of like poke the brim of my hat sort of up high and sort of look at him. And so these fucking milk wizards and shit,
Yeah.
if they're making stuff out of ink and Slump over here is eating ink, can he just fucking eat monsters? Could he eat old Zappy Banana Dog and be good to go?
Yeah, Slump loves to eat a zappy banana dog.
That's a good point. So technically, yes. But I feel like the punching and the lightning might get in the way of the eating. But I guess if you were to eat a
Well,
familiar...
I mean, you know, step one, make it not punch and step two.
Yeah. That's an interest. I've always been crafting sealing nails because that's the way our order works. But I guess technically...
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were to kill one, and then instead of seal it, Slump could just eat it. That's, I mean...
Yeah, Slump loves snacks.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I could only imagine one of those things would be a big meal. They're like 2 stories tall. Slump, I don't think you have enough physical space in your stomach to fit one of those.
Slump is looking at Tom and then looks down at his stomach and says,
Oh, you'd be surprised, Mr. Man.
I don't know, man. You can get like a sealing nail doggy bag kind of shit going. I don't know. But about them nails though.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much just gonna like lay down I think they're putting, well, I guess I should do it. So did you know what we were gonna see in that the tower? Did you have any heads up with the dudes and the bodies with the lightning and the monkey, fucking what do you call them, Zappy Banana Dog batteries and all that shit?
I don't know a lot about what you were talking about. I know, so you mentioned
all right, buckle
that
up, Chief. So
yeah.
we got this here. We got this power plant. Monkey grabs the spikes, gets a bunch of juice, goes in his cave. Cave got these spikes. Spikes in the juice under the lake. Lake got an island. Island got a tower. Somewhere up in the tower, they got this banana dog battery. So he's been taking the banana dog juice, putting them into people.
So
Caught up?
okay, just hold on. There's a tower where they're electrocuting people.
Yep.
I mean, well, they're dead first.
Dead? He's electrocuting dead people? That doesn't even make sense.
And then I don't know if I know like the mechanism of how any of this works, but I'll explain to him what I researched.
Yeah. So
And,
how you think it's like? How you think it's?
Yeah, so I got a hunch that, you calligraphers been fucking nailing their milk wizard bullshit too much, and they're pretty sick of it. So they're trying to make the nails not work. And if they put a bunch of juice into a dead body, turn them into a thing, and you pop a nail in that sucker, I think the ink stays in the dead dude, right?
Technically, yes, but I don't think electrocuting a body makes it alive again. I don't think that's how science works.
I want to.
I mean, they're fucking milk wizards, man.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Isn't that exactly how science works? Clear, buzz, and then they bring it back to life.
Clear! And then Slump like punches Teeny Todd in both nipples.
Oh!
Yay, playing doctor.
I'm not going to make you take harm because you guys have such precious little harm. I'm not going to make that deal actual damage, but it hurt.
Ow! I go back to the table and start eating my breakfast wings. Where'd you get these, by the way? These are delicious.
I didn't put those there. I don't know how they got there.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, I'm still gonna eat them.
Cave wings.
Just a sec. Let me. Oh, those are good. Wow. There's a table full of breakfast wings now, in case anyone's hungry for some breakfast wings.
Slump made them. Slump was looking in the cave, found some fuzzy birds, and they flap around, got leathery wings, and he throw them in the fire.
You are now eating
They're
breakfast
bats.
bat wings. And they're surprisingly tasty. Okay, so Tom's like, okay, all right, if you want to talk about defibrillating, I guess in the movies that works, so why the hell not? Wouldn't it work here, I guess, right? I guess fuck real science then. But okay, so let's assume that he was trying to bring dead bodies back to life with electricity so that we couldn't seal them. That would be a bad thing, wouldn't it?
Slump just sort of nods absentmindedly like he's following the conversation, which he's not.
I love that. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little peeved that like he's not more in the know for being a fucking calligrapher. Like I assumed he'd have some answers. To be like, man, I don't fucking know if it's bad or not. This is your shit.
Okay, well, I will say that if the sealing nails are the only way that we have to combat this organization of evil weavers, and
When it slumps stomach.
okay, it's one of I guess we have a brand new secret weapon. It is one of the only ways that we can fight against these evil weavers. I guess it makes sense that they would try to find a way that we couldn't seal them. But I guess at that point you could just kill it, like shoot it until it was dead. What does the sheriff say? Shoot the fuck out of it or whatever. I guess you could just shoot the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I could stab it.
Yes, you could stab it or incinerate it, or I don't know. It seems like a pretty band-aid fix.
I mean, pump the brakes there, Chief. The monsters are made of this ink shit, so I mean, wouldn't the people be monstrous or something? Like, are they just going to be a dude filled with milk and we just shoot him in the face? Like, that seems way too easy.
So I guess if you're telling me that these electric monkeys are just basically transferring electricity from place to place, and then he's zapping bodies with this electricity, it doesn't sound like there's any weaving involved. There would be no ink. It's literally just a reincarnated body. It's like a zombie. You could probably just shoot it in the head, or maybe dismember it or something until it was harmless. But it sounds like it's just an alive again person.
Okay.
Well,
What if I
maybe-
made a lot of them?
Well, then I guess it would be a zombie horde, and then you would shoot them a lot.
maybe if they're dead, you can't put ink into them. But if they're alive, you can. And then if they're dead, maybe if they're dead to alive, maybe they're more pliable and, like subservient or something.
That's an interesting point. If you were to have a dead body that you brought back to life, there would be no ink in it, and it would be essentially an empty vessel in which you could dump any ink you wanted.
Y'all are using batteries to make batteries.
I mean, that's relatively clever, but I mean, has he made any?
Be more encouraging, Tom.
Has he made any?
Fuck, chill, Lou. Were you doing your creepy peepers in there? And could you see any of the ink in the big old pile of people?
I mean, I've always got my creepy papers, am I right? But anyways, no, I didn't see any. It didn't seem like he was successful.
Okay, so outside, just as like actual recap, because I can't fucking remember.
Yeah.
Outside crazy storm shit, that was ink like crazy.
Yeah.
Inside with the bodies, no visible ink.
That's right. The bodies were completely cold. They weren't even appetizing to Slump. There was no ink in them.
Maybe he just fucking sucks at it.
Okay, well, hold on now. Let's. They are an organization.
Maybe he's a fucking idiot.
No,
There's
I'm sure
that.
they
Maybe
have.
he's just really fucking.
I'm sure they have standards
an
to
option.
enter the organization. I don't think he's an idiot.
Lab coat is just a distraction. He's really just a fucking moron. No idea what he's doing.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big pile of bodies at the bottom
Yeah,
there.
there
He
was,
failed a
clearly.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Let's maybe not underestimate them. That would be a travesty.
Let's just.
I
let's
don't know
charge
about
in
that.
and-
I mean, I know a few friends back in my day. They would put on a lab coat and call themselves a doctor and a veteran, and it doesn't always
yep,
make it true. You know
that's
what I mean?
exactly right. You got to leave it to
Wow.
real ones like Milton,
Wow.
to maintain that standard.
Who's Milton? I say in character.
Nobody has been having this discussion in character, and then Tom's like, I'm sure they'd have to be
Man,
professionals.
He's an old West, first spec ops doctor in space.
God. That sounds
amazing.
nope, not canon.
His hands were humongous.
Wow, that's it. Stream's over. We're going home. Tom says, I mean, I've never heard of this kind of thing. So if he's trying, and these people are smart. Jake and I have caught a number. We've killed a few. We've interrogated some. We've never got any information from them, but I think we can safely say that they're not stupid. These are not idiots. If they're trying to do something, there's a reason for it. Did you kill him?
Anyway, we can find that out.
I mean, if you brought him back here, we could try to interrogate him. So, when we've interrogated them in the past, it seems like they're very... Oh, I don't want to be indelicate. They're very reticent to torture, and I hope that doesn't paint me in a bad light. But they really do resist giving up information, but when you apply enough pressure, they eventually give up a lot of information. But there's some pieces that no matter how vigorous you are in your questioning, they will not tell you. So interrogation is useful to a point, but not all the way. But if you haven't killed him, please bring him back here. If we could get some answers from him, I think that would help.
Well, I'm sorry to butt in, and I mean, definitely he's not available. He's definitely gone. But also, to be clear, just so we know more about you, Tom and Jake, torture is a historically unreliable method of information gathering. Are you saying
Okay, no.
you didn't?
Okay. Now, Jake had nothing to do with this. He helped me capture them, and the interrogation was just me. And I know when you think of torture, you think of...
God.
I know you think of awful things like
Did
pulling...
you do the scrotum twister?
No. See, that's exactly.
Galdrick,
Scrotum
who
twister.
are you people?
No, that's not the kind of thing that we do. So, what we do.
That's why mine's detachable.
Oh my god. Galdrick.
Sorry, wait, your nipples are detachable? No.
Oh, what's that? Another
Sorry,
wing
Sid.
just went into my mouth. Wow.
Oh my. Okay, no, just. All right, that's interesting information for whatever Galdrick is. I never ask questions; they just show up. But so
Yeah.
I've been trained on basic interrogation through weaving. So it's like pulling information out of them. It's not. Hey, I don't just cause them pain. There is sometimes pain involved, but it's a process of pulling the ink out of them to get the information. Some of the secrets are woven. Some of them are, I don't know. I can't see it. It's what I've been taught. It's very limited in its success.
Yeah, doesn't sound better. Anyway, Galdrick, you were gonna say. I'm sorry I interrupted you, dear.
Huh?
Mr. Teeny Tot was asking about the
was Jake.
scrotum twister.
I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah.
Jake.
No. These are so good. It's like I haven't eaten all day.
Slump says,
Mr. Teeny Tot, you're talking to Mr. Tom. Don't be rude.
and he scoops all of the chewed up bat wings out of Galdrick's mouth and puts it into his own mouth.
That's
Ah!
disgusting.
Hey, that was my. God dang it.
Slump. Let's be polite now. There's enough for
Okay,
everyone
fine.
here.
And he spits it on the
That's
table.
disgusting. Slump. We talked about being gross. Please. Hey, Slump. Now, Slump. Talked about having that tone. It's not constructive. Slump. Now.
My name
Rabbit
Tom.
away.
I think I'm so smart just because I knock without knocking. Wow.
Slump just crosses his arms in defiance.
Tom just kind of looks at Slump with like this look of disappointment.
All right, there. Yeah, Papa Tom, if you're done with whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, I think.
So I
we're
got
done.
tight 30 elevator pitch. You're in.
Yep.
Garrett.
So if these milk wizards got all the ink and all that stuff all woven up inside them, could we just get it all out and then, talk to him like a dude?
So, generally speaking, yes. I've found one or two weavers who have nothing to do with the organization. And when I pull all the ink out, they know nothing. When I try to pull all the ink out of people from the organization, there's stuff I can't unweave it. I don't know what did it. Without a seer, there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck. I can't pull it out of them. I don't know how to do it.
So say we had ourselves a reservoir of sorts, and I'll sort of like turn my gaze to Slump, and a couple extra pair of eyes, and I'll sort of go between Slump Lou and then Galdrick, and then be unsettled, and then go back to Lou.
Yeah.
Think we could maybe make a step, take a crack, do a little
Yeah.
something, try to read that milk juju, whatever the fuck it is you do.
I really think so. I think if we had, if Lou, if you've learned how to see the ink, then I think if we brought a weaver back here, we could potentially work on whatever weaving is in there that's stopping me from getting the secrets. I think we could do that. I do. So if you haven't killed him, which still haven't got a firm answer on yes or no.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay, well that's gonna make things harder.
Wait. Which one are we talking about?
Not
the one in the hospital.
what happened at the hospital?
Never mind. Wrong one. Never mind.
Did you kill someone at the hospital?
Slump ate a lady's face.
Slump, did you eat someone at the hospital?
Well, Mr. Tom, Slump said he was hungry and the cafeteria only had Yuckies. What's Slump gonna do? Just not eat?
Oh my, I guess, okay. That one's on me. I should have warned you earlier about Slump's hunger. I will deal with whatever has happened at the hospital. Do I need to know, or should I maybe not know?
Police didn't catch us. It's fine.
Okay, that's good.
Also, listen, maybe it's up that he looks like Galdrick, but Galdrick is here, you see, so don't worry. But do
Yeah.
worry about the other person who is definitely dead.
Hold on. So there was a person who died, and they weren't Galdrick. But then after...
All you need to know.
Yeah?
All you need to know is Slump ate Galdrick, but Galdrick is fine. Galdrick right here. Slump didn't eat all of Galdrick, but he definitely ate some.
Wait. Did you... Is there a dead person at the hospital or not? Do I need to go deal with this?
Yeah, hello, wake up. Slump ate
I stabbed
Galdrick.
him in the back of the head.
Yeah, Galdrick stabbed Galdrick in the back of the head.
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you
Mercy
what.
kill.
Nope, don't tell
Like
me
shooting
anything.
at a horse
Tell
with a
me
broken
nothing.
leg.
This is
Teeny
awful.
Tot, Mercy kill Mr. Teeny Tot.
This is awful.
Nice
Please.
guy.
No, don't tell me anymore. I'm gonna go to the
They
hospital.
screamed a lot.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is awful.
Yeah, he didn't want to die.
You guys are good guys, right? Like I'm with the good guys, right? You guys are you
Yeah.
guys.
You're the torturer.
Okay, but
Yeah.
okay, I'll fair
Yeah, at
point.
least I didn't
yes.
torture him.
Okay, fair
Torturer.
point.
I put him out of his
Yeah,
misery
exactly.
immediately.
Okay,
At
let's
least Mr. Teeny Tot doesn't do that scrotum twister, you pervert.
let's not gang up on Tom. I will go to the hospital. I will find out what happened, and then I will deal with it. Thank you for telling me that something happened. Did you kill the Weaver? Did you kill the electric guy making?
Oh, no, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
We don't know where he is, though.
You want Slump to turn him into Num Num?
Don't turn him into Num Num. And what do you mean you don't know where he is? Where we do need him here.
Well, I don't know where he is.
Mr. Tom,
Is he in the tower?
want the good news or the bad news?
I would like. Oh boy, the good news is going to be stupid, isn't it, Slump?
What? No.
All right, what's the good news, Slump?
No. Slump really liked the taste of bat wings.
Okay, that.
That is good news, though. I
Yeah.
mean,
Bad
it is
news
good news.
bad news is Mr. Teeny Tot sent Mr. Weaver Man somewhere we don't know. He just go
Yep.
poof, all gone, bye-bye.
That's going to be a problem, guys. I'm not going to lie. Moving
Why?
him somewhere
Why?
because we. So okay, let me get this straight. He saw you. You saw him,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and now he's somewhere else that we don't know where it is, but he does.
Uh-huh, yeah.
That's a problem, guys.
Why?
I mean,
That's a big problem.
What?
Not really. We just got to find him again.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Tom's so dramatic. It's just like a game of hide and seek that Mr. Tom used to play with Slump.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that, Slump. It's because he didn't know where he was going.
Well,
So
maybe he's in a place where it doesn't matter that he exists
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, maybe I
the
sent him to
problem
the-
is just solved.
Yeah, maybe I sent him to the bottom of the ocean.
yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
man can't swim.
all right, so okay. Best case scenario, you sent him into the heart of a fucking volcano and he's
Yeah.
dead. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
no problem. But if you send him anywhere where he is still alive, he's not only going to continue doing whatever he was doing, trying to bring about the end of this world, but he
would be
now
nice.
knows that there's people looking for him.
Hang on.
Okay. So, what's the bad
you-
part?
When you said the end of this world, Galdrick murmurs under his breath. That would be nice.
I don't trust that guy.
So, all right. So I think you need to go find him wherever he is. I have no idea how to track him. How did you move him? Did you do that angel thing?
Yeah, it's so hard to explain.
Yeah, no,
It's so hard to.
I've seen it done, and I gotta tell you, that shouldn't be your go-to move. Just FYI, that shouldn't be.
Someone's gonna die.
Yeah, Slump was gonna die.
Well,
Bad, Mr. Tom, bad.
So, hearing angel thing, Jake is now typing on a little phone. And it's all looking around the room.
Okay.
We know this isn't new information, right? We know Galdrick is an angel. I forget.
I don't know that you know that.
Okay. Okay.
I've mentioned some things about like God and
Yeah.
he's a buddy. I've mentioned some things, but I don't think no one ever asked.
And I think
Yeah.
it's been like
Yeah, I
overt.
fully thought you were just like a cult leader. Like I didn't know you were just like.
Slump doesn't think that this is any new information because he thinks Tom is referring to the fact that Galdrick is an angel, which
Yeah.
Slump agrees. Slump
Yeah,
thinks that
exactly.
Galdrick is an angel.
Yep.
When Tom said something like, "Are you just doing angel stuff?" You can
Yeah.
see Slump smile really widely.
Yeah, Mr. Teeny Tot is an angel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finally, something nice in this gory story.
Tommy, if Milk Wizard had like a
It's just
familiar pet, Tom. Okay, all right, man. Mr. Whitaker's.
Tom. That's even better. Thank you.
So if he had some kind of familiar and then he was toasted.
Mr. Tom, Mr.
No, yeah.
Mr. Jake has a screamy baby in his head.
Just,
Poor baby.
I don't know. The baby's probably crying because we're in the middle of a dark mine. I don't think this is any place for a baby, but I think so.
Yeah.
If you're asking if the Weaver was killed, would his familiars still be around?
That's it.
Basically, no. Theoretically, I've never seen this happen, but if you were to hit a familiar with a sealing nail while it was alive and full of ink, and then you were to kill the Weaver, theoretically, I guess the ink wouldn't be able to go anywhere and the familiar would still be around, but outside of that, if you kill a Weaver, the familiar definitely gets unwoven.
So, y'all just want to peep in on Stretch up in the monkey battery tower, see if he's still kicking?
Very much, yes.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Whitaker. Sorry about that. Milk Wizard had like a Dr. Button Pusher shooting lightning in the bodies. So, I mean, yeah, there's that.
Why would he have another? Why would he have? Was he really too good to just press buttons?
He
I
did
mean,
seem very fancy.
Yeah, I mean, fucking fancy boy in his Faraday cage shooting lightning and shit. I think he just got stretched to be like, I don't know, lightning proof. So he could just hang out and, you know, push and pull and whatever while he, what was he drinking, scotch or something like that?
Yeah, some sort of a brown liquor.
Yeah, sitting there fucking drinking old lady drinks.
I guess that would be okay, but no, I guess just be careful because if he went back there, then he's going to be there and expect you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay as idea guy. I made my pitch. You guys can sort of point us in the right direction.
Slump just sort of looks from side to side and says,
Slump could smash. You want Slump smash the bad man?
Actually,
No?
what if we did go back and wreck his equipment? That doesn't seem like a bad thing.
Okay, just hold on, careful. If
Yeah, let's pump the brakes there, lady.
if you go back there and he's there, he's going to be prepared. And if you if you go back there to smash his stuff and he's there, he's definitely going to stop you from smashing his stuff. And,
That's what you think. I'll make him disappear.
no, don't.
Yeah.
Please don't do that
Mr.
again.
Teeny Tot
Like I
sent him
s-
This
bye-bye.
time he's
No.
gonna go into a volcano. I have total control over it.
You don't, though. I've seen you guys work, and I know that one's not totally under your control. I once.
2 times it went wrong.
Okay, how many
Yeah,
times have you
only
used
2
it?
times.
A lot.
Yeah, he used it at least
fine.
one time.
6. God dang it. Fine, I won't.
Okay, please, and don't smash him. The whole purpose, I need you to bring him back here, so that Lou can help me unweave whatever's keeping his secrets. Okay, guys?
Okay, Slump only smashed a little bit.
No. Slump, the
Small smash.
smallest smashing, Slump, the smallest smashing. I
Okay,
need him to talk, okay? I need him
okay,
to talk,
okay.
so no smashing the talking bit.
Okay, Slump only smash as much as Slump need to. Like maybe a bit, maybe a medium.
No, just a tiny bit, Slump, no more than a little bit, okay?
Mr. Tom never let Slump have fun ever.
I'll put a new punching rock in your room, so you can smash it to pieces when you get back.
Okay, fine.
Right.
In my past working with Tom, has he ever done any like protective weaving? Like, because dude's in there with a Faraday cage, could he pretty much give us like fucking lightning resistance or something?
You've never seen him do anything like that. Minor, he can create basic objects. Like if you need a piece of metal or a piece of wood, he can do some basic weaving, or a stake. He can do that. If you need something like a Faraday cage, which is a pretty specific type of item, he's never done anything like that. Nothing specific.
All right, and this is sort of a little bit of a throwback, but could you remind me? We nailed down like the schedule of the Zappy Banana Dog,
Yeah.
and sort of like when it would come out, when it would juice up, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Did we have like a solid time frame of like when they're not big?
Usually they're not big during the daytime. So the one that you saw, because it didn't like the sunlight, it would hide during the day. It would just hide in the cave, and then when it got dark out, it would come out as its tiny little self, go juice up and go Super Saiyan Gorilla, then go back into the cave and discharge it all, and then wait for the next day.
Okay, so throwback number 2. When Lou and I peeked in the door downstairs and saw the battery
Yeah.
and like the 5 monkeys,
Yeah.
was that fucking it? There were no windows, there was no nothing. Like that was the whole jam.
That was the whole gem. It was
Great
like,
question.
yeah, it was like 4 stories of stairs down into this enormous chamber, which was completely sealed in. There were no windows, no way to the outside other than those 2 big prongs sticking out of the wall where they would kind of suck the lightning out of the other monkey.
Yeah, so they were carrying it from the wall prongs to the battery.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck.
Yeah, right? Well,
I kind of clap my hands and I'm like, that breakfast was delicious. What's going on?
So I've got a question. Did you say anything about, like, did you ask Tom if he could make a Faraday cage, or were you asking just me?
Oh, sorry. So yeah, I pretty much just wanted to know if I had seen any powers from him like that in the past. So if he had like hinted at any of it, or if I had seen him do any kind of protection stuff, I'd asked for it. But if I don't remember him doing it, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, you've never seen him give someone a protection from lightning protection, and you've never, but you have seen him make items. You don't
he
know
just
the
makes
complexity.
shit?
Yeah, well, I guess you've never seen him make shit because you didn't know that magic existed. But it seems like he has a lot of items every now and then that you didn't think he had. And I guess maybe now you could put together that maybe he was weaving them, but I don't know. Maybe you haven't put that together.
I feel like I'm stretching, and it's a little more character or player than character at this point. So I don't want.
Sure. Well, you do know that he weaves a steak for Slump every now and then. Or a shepherd's pie, is what he said.
Yeah, that's small shit. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll bite and just ask and be like, hey, I'll start Tom, Mr. Whitaker.
Yeah. You know what? Tom is good, actually.
All right, Tommy. I feel like we've been with one another long enough, and I just learned. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I knew he's always tortured people. He's kind of on the ropes on the fucking.
Yeah, what's up?
Milk Wizard, not skinny dude, had himself like chicken wire cage.
That's
You
weird.
got any? Well, I mean, you know, the lightning hits it, you know, grounding sort of thing. You get that?
Was he shooting
Mr.
himself with
Science.
lightning?
Well, I mean, it was kind of coming from the ceiling, and it was all coming down. So I feel like if he didn't have the chicken wire, probably would have been toast himself.
Just to protect himself, kind of thing.
Yeah, you got anything like that?
I
I just got this hunch, you know.
You know what? I don't. But I do know that the sheriff has contacts at the TAC. They make things like that.
Oh god, I fucking forgot about
Tack.
that guy.
Do you say what's the TAC?
What's the tack? What is the tack?
Fuck, that's like on session 1 notes.
Yeah, it was.
Damn it. Sorry, are we supposed to know that already?
No, you never asked. I said it and you guys never asked.
We have like an
Oh,
IOU,
boy, we
right?
touched a nerve.
Just say
No,
it.
you explained that he'll give us stuff for doing the monsters because we did the first Zap Banana Dog, and I think I asked for a boat, and you asked for a saddle.
That's right. Okay, so the TAC, I can't find it in my notes, but it was the it was like the Tactical and Civil Control Unit, which is the military.
Civil control sounds very, very bad. Sounds very tyrannical bad.
Yeah,
bad,
so
bad.
it kind of is. So the TAC, which is the Tactical and Civil Control Unit, is like a military government that is what runs the planet when it's first getting colonized. When the planet is first getting set up, it's a very no shit setup. It is very militarily run. Everything is run on a schedule, on a clock, and there are armed units everywhere making sure that the place gets set up. After the place is set up, branches of the TAC get kind of stationed at every town to provide safety and security and civility for that town. So that's what the TAC is. It's the military.
Are there still roaming bands of military enforcer people, or do we have like a government that we elect? Or what's the what is the thing?
You guys definitely have a government that you elect, but there is still a very heavy military presence. Not necessarily controlling things, but they are they obey the local government as long as the local government is following the wishes of the the protocol of the protocol of planetary development. As long as the town isn't like, all right, now that we're the furthest ahead and we're the first ones to an iron mine, we're gonna kill all the other towns and take over the planet. That the TAC would never be down for that. But as long as they're progressing along the standard progression protocol for a town and a planet, the TAC is at the whims of the local government, which is elected.
Fucking Operation Enduring Freedom over here.
Oh no!
You're allowed to do what you want. Just do it. Just do the right thing.
That's basically exactly what it is, honestly.
Hey, Tom, now I think about it. Does the TAC know about these bad weaver fellows?
In short, no. Um, the calligraphers usually have a couple members inside the TAC. So if ever reports of these weavers and their familiars make their way to the TAC, it inevitably makes its way to one of our calligraphers inside the TAC, who is able to, I don't know how they explain away a werewolf man or a fireball throwing cowboy, but they can do it. So there are calligraphers inside the TAC to help make sure these stories don't make their way into any kind of fruition.
I turn to Jake and mouth, fireball throwing cowboy?
I'm just
You
gonna
see that
like
shit?
shrug a little bit, look at one phone, pull out a second phone, and then shrug again and start typing it in.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna blame this on a failing of the players. You saw Tom throw fireballs out of his pistol.
Oh, balls, right.
You did
Nice.
of the two. You have not seen a werewolf man, but you literally saw with your own eyes a fireball throwing cowboy. So,
So then I will redact my response and I'll say to Lou, I mean, I wouldn't call them cowboys, you know.
That's what I was thinking. This seems so not very cowboy at all. More dapper, I guess.
He readjusts
I mean,
his
he wears
cowboy
the
hat.
He wears the hat, but I mean, you know.
Kind of tips the cap
How
and
far does the hat go?
looks at himself in the mirror. Readjusts his duster coat. Looks at his revolver. Spits in a spittoon.
Well, now I feel really bad. So.
No. I mean, it's 12 gallons. You can fit 12 gallons ego in that, and it's brimming.
Oh, wow. A single tear rolls down Tom's cheek.
Sorry,
Right to the bone for poor Tom.
So he says that people at the TAC might be able to help you with that. And the sheriff knows people at the TAC, so if you tell the sheriff, he might be able to get you a weird chicken wire umbrella if you need it.
Oh, sure. The sheriff seems accommodating.
All right. So the sheriff takes a lunch from 12 to 1, and he refuses to be disturbed. He usually works an extra hour every night until 6:30 p.m. He's there squarely at 8 a.m. and Kirby is there basically all the time. And if you can get there at a time when the sheriff is not there and just talk to Kirby, I highly recommend it. The sheriff is a very brash man.
Slump like Mr. Kirby. He have tasty snacks on his desk.
Don't eat Kirby stuff, please. He's a good guy.
What? Why have it on the desk? It's just polite.
I guess you're not wrong, but maybe eat the candies on his desk. Do you eat the candies on his
So
desk, or
hard
do you?
to tell. So hard to tell. Everything looked like candy to Slump, and Mr. Kirby don't label his bowls.
All right, that's fair. I guess that one's on Kirby. So
Yeah.
go. Please be nice, Slump.
Slump always nice.
That's true.
Grins ear to ear.
I guess. I mean, honestly, unless you're eating a person, generally, Slump, you are very nice.
Lou pats Slump's arm. It's okay, Slump.
So, Smiley, you want to get on over to sheriff's office and talk to Droopy Dog about some wizard guns and some fucking Faraday cages?
Yeah, Slump love Maramay, Milkman, and Nar. Talk to Stupid Doopadoo.
You guys want to head over to the sheriff's office?
Yeah, I'll take that as a hard yes, buddy. Let's roll.
All right.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
You guys. We now have a sheriff's office.
Nice.
Fucking Tobrus, knocking it out of the fucking park with these maps.
Holy shit.
Yep, we now officially have.
They're so good.
They're so fucking good, man. You guys.
Ooh, sorry, but everybody, have you seen this little plant at the top there? It's very good. It's a very good plant.
Fucking Tobrus's attention to detail blows me the fuck away. I got so much shit for you guys, depending on where you go and what you do. Just anyways, Tobrus, if you're here still, thank you so much. These maps are fucking incredible. So, yeah, you guys are at the sheriff's office just outside the front door.
I will casually knock.
Yeah, you see Kirby behind the desk, kind of, because it's a glass door. You see Kirby kind of behind the desk, and he kind of like looks around. He's like, "What?" And then you kind of see him waving in, and he's mouthing the words like, "Come on in, it's the sheriff's office."
Oh, he making fun of cheating time.
Slump smashes the glass door.
Oh God! Oh God! Hi, Mr. Big Man. I never really learned your name.
Hi, Mr. Little Weird Goofy Ear Dog. How are you?
The name's Kirby. I'm doing okay. How are you, Mr. Big Scary Man?
You have any more treats for Slump?
You can see on his desk where there was a stapler the past 2 times that you've eaten it. There's now a little tin of paper clips.
Slump grabs a handful and shoves them in his mouth.
Oh, I don't know how tasty those are.
They hurt Slump's teeth.
Yeah.
Not bad though.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, you have Mr. Angry Man here to talk to?
Oh, I don't want to be presumptuous, but I think you're talking about the sheriff.
No? You think he Angry Man? Slump gonna tell him.
No, please don't tell him. I don't think that. I thought you thought that. I don't think that. I've heard things. People sometimes talk about the sheriff like he's a angry man. I don't think that. Please don't tell the sheriff I said that. But I thought, no, there's no angry man here.
Hat Man.
No.
Mr. Pizza Cutter Hat Man gonna be real mad at you.
No, it's okay. Sheriff, no angry man here. No angry man here.
Where are your boss, Mr. Little Weird Dopey Ear Man? Mr. Dumbo Ear, stupid little weird looking mutant man? Mr. Weird looking little baby rat stash mustache man? Mr. Gross looking probably never kissed a girl man? Mr. Weird gross little clothes don't fit man? Mr. Weird, don't know why you work in this office. What? Slump just trying to
Say
ask
something
me-
nice right now, or you get no more noodles for the rest of the year.
Mr. Weird Man has Slump
What's a
like
nice
his
thing? What's a nice thing about me?
Slump, this isn't that hard. Say something nice.
I've got nice eyes, don't I? My eyes are pretty nice. Maybe say something about my eyes.
Mr. Weird Baby Man has the best snacks. The best snacks. Come on. Hey, only smiles now. Come on.
I guess I do have pretty good snacks on my desk.
Yeah, the best snacks.
I guess
Okay.
I guess I do have pretty good snacks.
See, Mr. Teeny Tot, we all friends now.
I'm just slowly shaking my head in disappointment.
Anyways, what did you guys need?
Oh, I think we need to talk to Angry Man, right?
I don't.
I think we just need to. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Jake.
Yo, Chief, can we get like a TAC requisition form, whatever fucking paperwork stamp bullshit you need to do? We need some stuff.
Oh yeah, sure. So I used to have these forms to fill out, but I found that people didn't like to fill out the forms very much. So you just tell me, and I'll fill out the form for you. What do you want?
Solid. So I'm just gonna like twist open, or I don't know if you twist open a hack jack, but that's what I did in my brain like a pen.
All right, yeah.
And I sort of just have like a Dropbox, and I'll just be like, "Oh no, man, we do this all the time with Mr. Whitaker. No problem. Just drop me a couple copies. What, 4 of us here? You know, four requisitions. We'll fill them out, no problem."
All right. So, you guys are great, but basically, the way it works is when you do a job, I can fill out one requisition for one thing. So I can get you one
Can I
thing.
manipulate him into doing all the stuff that I just said?
Oh, fuck yes, you can. Yeah, manipulate someone. Which is...
I'm not good at that.
Roll
Hold on.
plus
Sorry.
charm.
Oh boy, hold on. Nope, don't have any of that.
I think Galdrick is literally the only one of you with any charm, which doesn't make any sense. All right, mixed success. On a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you asked too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. So Kirby's like, the sheriff's gonna get real mad if I fill out a requisition. If I fill out 4 requisitions, I tell you what.
I sort of. Okay, go ahead. Go.
What you were gonna offer something?
Yeah, so I'd sort of come off the couch because I was sort of yelling it across the room, and I'd come over to him, hack Jack open, and I'll sort of move past Slump and be like, Kirby, you're about the only smart guy in here. And I sort of look around at at Slump, and then look towards like where the sheriff's office is, and like, you're the one who keeps this shit running in here, and as much shit as he gives you, we know you're the one who does all the work.
I like to think so.
Just take a break. He does a thing with Mr. Whitaker. Does Kirby know Mr. Whitaker?
He sure does, yeah.
Yeah, so Mr. Whitaker does these forms all the goddamn time, and he's got nothing but time. So you relax, hide your, staplers and all your clips and shit so this monkey doesn't eat them, and just chill. And we'll give Mr. Whitaker all the forms. You just drop them in here, and I'll carry them over, or email them, or whatever the fuck we do in space.
Okay, if you could get the forms all filled out, and they were filled out by Mr. Whitaker, I guess that would do it, because then the sheriff wouldn't get mad at me, and I don't think he can get mad at Mr. Whitaker, so I guess that would do it.
He gets mad a lot. He's probably mad at himself, so, some issues there.
I didn't say that. I think he's a wonderful man who does a great job.
Yeah, so if possible, I'm just going to, start dragging the files from his interface to my interface.
Yeah, he kind of pops open his hack jack, and he's like, yeah, the sheriff's a great guy, and he always does such a good job. And as he's doing this, he's transferring 4 copies of the TAC request form over to your hack jack.
Solid. Yeah, thanks, Chief. Kirby, you're a good dude.
Yeah, no problem. Make sure to only fill out 1 of those, and then we're all good.
Yeah, 1 at a time, right?
Yeah, exactly 1.
You got it.
Oh, hey guys. 1 sec. I need to pull out my notes here. That's the wrong notes I looked at. That's also the wrong notes I looked at.
It's okay, Kirby. I know it's a high-stress job.
I've got a lot of notes, and the sheriff gets very mad when I pull up the wrong notes. So thank you for being understanding. There's a lot of notes here. So basically, I got some reports from some of the troopers on the outside of town. They've been reporting howling or screaming by the Maddox mines outside of town, and they basically just think it's monsters. So I guess maybe if you got time, you could go check out the Maddox mines. Maybe I think that would be great, because there's probably monsters there.
Kirby, honey, monsters ain't real.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I ain't never seen no monster, but that's what they say. I think they're crazy. And I think Tom's crazy, but I definitely don't think the sheriff's crazy, so maybe you just take care of that for me.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe go deal with the monsters, not monsters.
Yeah, man, no problem. We'll go, I don't know, shoot some fucking dogs or something weird. I don't know.
Please don't
Yep,
shoot
all right.
dogs. Just, yeah, that's great.
Slump, shoot the Bow Wow dogs.
Don't shoot the real dogs, please. I love dogs. Please
Slump,
don't
eat the Bow Wow dogs.
Don't eat. What?
Whoa. Come on.
Hold on. Did you just say you were gonna eat the dogs?
Why
Sir?
not?
Wait, did
You
you say
gonna
your
eat
name
them?
is Slump?
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
Well, guess what? We Mr. Stupid Baby
Say something nice. You say something nice, and I'll let you take the man's stapler.
I don't have a stapler.
Mr. Weird Baby Man doesn't smell as bad today as he did yesterday.
I
Aww.
did have a shower. I did have a
In
shower.
what, doo-doo?
He's howling down at the
Okay.
mines, and please fill out the forms.
Okay, to the mines we go. Oh wait, we need to fill out the form. I look at Jake. Do we need to fill out? I don't do paperwork. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, man, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good day.
Okay. I love you. Let me turn around.
I love you. Bye.
Yeah.
All right.
Kirby's okay.
So you guys you're leaving the office, and where are you headed?
Do we want to actually get Tom to fill out the paper? Hey guys, do we want to actually get Tom to fill out the paperwork, or was that a ruse?
Look over at Jake.
Yeah. So, like, is like the list of shit we can get on here sort of like a big old scroll through, and I can find like lightning resistance armor and be like, I'd like 4 of those, please? Or is that not how this works?
Drop down list, lightning resistance armor.
Basically, it's like it's got like armor or weapons or other, and then it's got like a brief listing of the type of weapons and the types of armor, and then it's got other. And there is nothing on this that says like fucking lightning resistance anything.
Well, I mean, if we use if we massage the verbiage, and maybe we're thinking like high voltage maintenance equipment or something like that, like PPE.
Oh. Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna be like, just look for anything that says grounded, or anything that's reinforced with a rubber.
Yeah, solid. Okay, yeah, same wavelength, kind of something like that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like high voltage PPE gear, no problem. That's definitely listed there.
And given like the verbiage on this list, like if we get struck by fucking lightning,
Yeah.
is this stuff going to be effective? Like,
Yeah, no, you're looking for like the high grade industrial working on the generators and capacitors for the whole town, kind of industrial strength, electricity resistance grounded gear. And you feel like you could get struck by a literal bolt of lightning and be okay in this stuff.
okay, so I'll just sort of approach Galdrick and Lou and sort of show them it on the hack jack. And so you just want me to get 4 sets of this, like one, I don't know what size you are, Lou, one for me, one for a husky child, and one for a gorilla.
Slump looks at
Excuse me.
Slump
I'm
looks
gonna
at
need something
Galdrick.
bigger than a gorilla.
Looks at Galdrick and laughs. He goes,
Mr. Man called you a gorilla.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, one, I'm a solid large, but thank you. But also, is there anything else we want to think about? There's not any kind of, doubling up of protection that we want to do. It's really just this electricity, right? There's not any kind of unexpected thing that we need to worry about.
I mean, I would sort of eyeball Lou and like, I mean, you remember your vision? I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm a little spooked about getting fried there, Chief.
That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, I just worry. But I like that idea. It seems like it's very lightning centric. So let's go ahead with that.
Yeah, Goldrick, I mean, do you want, like, I don't know, some kind of angel shotgun or some shit?
I just like slowly turn my head. You don't use shotguns, you fool.
Yeah, haven't you seen Mr. Teeny Talk's big fork?
And he like tries to put his hands in the form of a trident, but doesn't know how, so he just sticks his hands straight in the air.
You're probably carrying it all the time and it's gigantic anyway, right?
What? Anyway, just
Your trident, you're like always carrying it and it's huge, right?
I'm always walking around with this. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's like literally 3 times bigger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like do you have a hack jack there, Goldrick?
The fuck is a hack jack?
Alright, cool. Don't worry about it.
I have this, and I want to like, just for the sake of LOLs, I want to like hold my trident in the air and shoot lightning out of it with my mind. Just like this. Ah! I just want to like start screaming and see if anything happens.
We're in the room
Oh boy. Oh, Goldrick. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say for flavor, lightning shoots out of the tip of it and it glows with a holy radiant aura. And then everyone looking at it feels very non-threatened by it.
Except,
Hey!
except Slump, who screams,
Ah, Zappy Banana Dog!
and punches Galdrick in the face.
All right, that's going to be a harm.
Come on!
And Goldrick, when
It's
you
like-
look at this thing, it looks like this. Like you couldn't even bludgeon a puppy to death with this thing anymore.
Really? What's wrong with my fucking trident?
It just looks broken now. Like it's you feel like you couldn't kill anything with this.
Wow, Galdrick, that was lovely.
After I just kind of stare at it with like a really dumbfounded face. I looked at Jake. Yeah, 1 angel shotgun, please.
Yeah, man, you got it, Chief. Let me sort through the A's real quick.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
So are you sending that over to Kirby?
I mean, I guess can Mr. Whitaker like actually sign off on this shit? So
There's
we
no
can-
fucking signing it. You
time-
literally just fill it out.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Then unless you guys want to jump in with any other equipment that you want, like Slump, are you fucking immune to everything anyway? Do you even want a suit? Like, sort of out of character moment. Like, how are we gonna just do this real quick?
Well, yeah. So Slump is not immune. He's got a lot of health and a lot of armor, but yeah, he would be down. He knows what electricity feels like, and while he
Yeah.
may not have openly jumped in on the PPE conversation because he doesn't really understand what this terminology means.
Yeah.
You can probably tell by the fact that when Galdrick shot his fucking trident into the air and Slump punched him in the face that he probably doesn't want to get shocked again.
Yep.
Got it.
So,
So one
yeah.
big ass cool suit for you, one for
Yeah.
me. Lou, you want one as
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, and I guess Goldrick, I'll just be like, I don't see anything under Angel, so you just want a big rubber suit.
I'll just take make sure it looks good. I kind of like fix my tie, and I'm still covered in blood from the previous night.
Oh my
I like to look good.
God.
Yeah, solid. I'll just sort of, check, do whatever sizing bullshit they've got to make sure Slump's actually going to fit in this thing.
Yep.
And then, just send, done.
Yeah. So you guys are like just outside of the office when you're like looking and when you're seeing how easy this form is to fill out. and you're wondering a little bit about like why people would possibly refuse to fill these out when it's like literally just check boxes. So you're just like standing outside of the office when you fill this out, and then you send it over to him. And because I guess the fucking door is smashed down thanks to Slump, you send them over, and Kirby's like, "Oh hey, you guys just want some electrical protection gear?"
I mean, yeah, but like
Yeah.
the serious business, man.
Yeah, we got that in the back room.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'll just those 4, just cancel them. I
Yeah.
got 4 copies, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go pick that up.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I can cancel the orders because I definitely need to keep track of this. Sheriff gets real specific about like this kind of the ins and outs of all this. So I'm gonna go get to this, but I'm definitely gonna need to keep the 4 requisitions.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, show them where that is. Let me make sure Mr. Whitaker done signed all those, and I want to see if I can look it on his hack jack.
Yeah. His like he kind of like gets up and he goes kind of over here past the second desk, and then he goes through a door that you can't see past, and his hack jack is wide open.
Yeah, I'm either gonna like delete the 4 or send myself 4 more or just something, whatever I can do quickly.
Yeah,
and then just
act under pressure to see how that goes, which is plus cool.
I'm prepared, so I get sharp.
Oh shit. All right, 9 mixed success on act under pressure. 7 or 9 keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
So Lou runs in and tries to cause a distraction to give
Oh shit, you want to help out?
Jake some more time. I want to help out.
Fuck, you guys are learning all the mechanics.
As a very quick side note, when Slump failed the roll to not eat the person in the hospital, does that count as an XP?
Yeah, so I wanna take those ones
Nice
because there
one.
were a lot of failed rolls there, and I don't want to just like Slump is already leveling up like a fucking machine.
Yeah.
So you failed.
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
You
Yeah.
got 1 experience for eating all the candies at the fair. I'll give you another experience for all the failed rolls during the roll gauntlet.
Okay.
Eating all the nurse.
Only 3 XP to go until the next level.
My fuck, man. Everyone else keeps on passing all their rolls. Meanwhile, Slump fails to do everything he wants and gets stronger and stronger every fucking time. My God.
Adversity, man.
Yeah,
Flourishing
seriously.
under adversity.
Holy shit. All right, so Lou, I'm actually gonna assume that you kind of run over here as he goes through this doorway to kind of go deal with the thing, and you're kind of like worried about body proportions, about a suit that's gonna fit, not be too loose, because if it's too loose, maybe it won't conduct properly, or if it's tight, maybe it'll get the electricity on you, so you're not really sure, and you're kind of like, as you kind of see through the door as he's pulling out suits from the supply closet, you're like, I don't know about that one.
Hey, listen, Kirby, I'm not sure. Are you sure that's really the right one?
I don't know. What size are you? We have like small, medium, large. Is this a good one?
I mean, maybe just look at all of them and then just kind of see, like really look at them. What do you think?
Look at all the suits?
Well, sure, there's variation always. Am I right? I mean, you go to one store and this is a medium, and then you go to this other store and it's this entirely different size. I mean, who decides what's medium these days? You know what I mean, Kirby? I mean, I know you know.
Well, I'll look at all the different brands that we have. It's just a suit. And he pulls out like the different brands of different suits, and he's like comparing them size, and you can see him like look over at you, and he's like, and then he eventually lands on one, and he does buy enough time to give. Oh wait, no, you need to roll.
I was gonna say. I was
Okay,
gonna
hold
try and
on
like
a
just
sec.
kind of let it happen.
No,
Alright.
you need to roll for that shit. Roll plus cool.
That was that. My cool is
It's
minus
7.
one.
Okay, 7 to 9. Your help grants them +1 to the roll to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. So he's like kind of going over, and he picks a suit that you're not 100% sure is actually going to fit properly. But it gives a +1 to Jake, which gives you a full success. So you do the thing you wanted to do, Jake.
Hey.
So you wanted
So
to
we've
look.
got
Yeah,
4 more requisition forms.
you got 4 more. All right, sounds good. You got 4 more fucking requisition forms. And Lou, you have a suit that you don't know if it's gonna work properly, if it's gonna fit nicely.
Cool.
And so Kirby comes back and he hands you all your suits. He's like, "All right, I think this is, and Mr. Slump is pretty big. I got the biggest size I could find. I'm not sure if that's gonna do it for him, but you know, might be a tight squeeze." And you all get your electricity-proof suits.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Protection from the zappy dog.
Protection from the zappy dog. So what's up next?
I guess we won. I guess that was it. We won the game.
That's
We got the
right.
suits.
All right. See you guys next week.
Yeah. What do you guys
Okay.
want to do? Jake is AFK for a minute.
Well, if we've got
I'm gonna
the
leave
protective
the-
suits, I say we head back to the tower.
Oh God, the fucking Sharknado tower.
Great news, fellows. If we do want to get back, well, maybe not great news, but some news, regardless. If we do want to get back to the tower, I can at least navigate around whatever ink, explosions are happening. But I guess, well, with the Weaver gone, maybe there won't be such terrible traps.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
All right, so you guys want to head to the docks, where?
I guess so.
All right, so I'm just going back to the default page because we don't have docks yet. And as you approach the docks, you see the kind of craggly old sailor hauling his boat down the dock. It's like he just landed, and he's hauling his hover. It's hovering now because the hover things on his were never broken. It's hovering along the dock, and he's kind of pulling it along. And as you guys approach, he gives you a big wave. And it is, I believe you learned his name
Old
was
Sam.
Sam, yeah. Salty Sam to his friends, but I don't know that you learned that much. I'll say you
We
learned,
intuited. It just kind of seems like a salty sound.
yeah, exactly. Old Salty Sam. Hey!
Hi, Mr. Man. Do you have any snacks?
Do I have any what?
Snacks.
Snacks. Oh. I got these fucking crackers in my pocket.
Yes, love crackers.
All right, here you go. And he pulls them
Mr.
out.
Teeny tell me that sometimes you have fisherman friend. You have a fisherman friend for Slump?
Are you a fisherman's friend?
Slump just stares at him totally deadpan. His brain is just short-circuited trying to figure out how to answer that fucking question.
Well, I'll take that as a yes. I got you a fisherman's friend. And he hands you a handful of mostly crunched up soda crackers. And then in the other hand is a single fisherman's friend breath freshener.
Slump pops all of it into his mouth at once and crunches it, and as soon as he gets to the taste of the fisherman's friend,
It's okay.
Hey, that's how we all feel too.
This stream is brought to you by Fisherman's Friend.
Fisherman's friend. If you're looking for a fucking Twitch TV sponsor, I will sponsor you, fisherman's friends.
I no joke ate those as a kid.
Me too, man. I fucking
Right?
love
I mean,
those.
we all did.
Yep.
We were dumb 90s kids. We didn't know any better.
Hey,
no idea what the
Mr.
fuck you guys are talking about.
Nah,
Mr.
yes, you do.
Bullshit. You don't know what fisherman's
No, really,
friends
I-
are.
I'm gonna
Black
Google-
licorice, the consistency
Yeah.
of a chunk of tire.
Yeah,
There it is.
literally.
Exactly.
That is the perfect. They're marketed as cough drops, but that's exactly what they are. They're black licorice, the consistency of fucking car tire, and they're super strong. And they come in a shitty little paper pouch, and they're supposed to be a lozenge. And they're
They're
advertised
very,
as
like,
fisherman's friend because
yeast.
fishermen are supposed to.
I have had so many people like suggest this to me when I had strep throat a while back. I've never had one.
Do you like black licorice?
Dude.
No.
You'll
What?
fucking hate these. You will
Goldrick
fucking-
dies.
Well, bye,
Goldrick
I guess.
explodes into a tornado of blood and gore and shame. Goldrick is dead.
Don't give me that shit. You're probably that type that likes boneless wings.
I mean, I
You
do.
eat chicken tenders?
That's chicken nuggets. You're
Those
talking
are
about
chicken
chicken nuggets.
nuggets.
Yeah,
or
I
chicken
know,
tenders,
but I
yeah.
still like them. All right. Yeah, you had a taste.
so
Yo,
Sean looks at the guy and says,
Hey, Mr. Weird Water Car Man, we need a ride across the bad no-no water to get to the island. We're gonna go see a man and try to stop him from having zappy banana dogs, okay?
Oh, I don't know that I understand. You need to go to the island?
You can see Slump turning the color of fucking a nectarine because he's so mad that he's having to repeat himself. And he says,
We need a ride to the center of the water on the Zoom Zoom water car so we can put on the plastic clothes and go and sit the no-no zappy banana head dog zap with the thing, and the man has colander and it makes all the zap go, and he has a no-no umbrella, okay?
I'm just nodding my head like this completely makes sense to me.
Yeah. Hey, I would love to take you to the middle of the water, but I can't get through the storm. I don't. Hey, where's Jimmy these days, anyways? Right? Why don't?
Hey, I understand it's a very stressful situation with all this unfamiliar group of people, but listen, could we just, borrow a boat?
Hey, what happened to Jimmy's boat that we fucking crashed back over here?
Yeah, right.
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess his boat is just like laying on the shore.
We just wanted to check in with you and say hey, and just that we're gonna go over here and don't worry about this boat and don't worry about Jimmy. He's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye, Sam.
What
wonder-
happened to Jimmy? What happened to Jimmy? I haven't seen him in a week.
You mean the man where the toothy water dog bit him in half?
Wait.
Oh, Slump, you old card. Anyway.
Yeah, he's dead. Let's go forget that boat.
What?
Okay, bye.
What happened to Jimmy? What happened to Jimmy? And he is very hurriedly kind of pulling his boat away from you guys as you make your way to the crashed boat, which is still completely functional on the shoreline.
All right, so I
gotta
think
get
I
you
missed
guys-
when we made this decision. So this is what we're doing. We're going to go back and kill the
sorry,
familiar or turn off the dogs or what?
We're gonna go look.
All right, let's do
Yeah,
it.
we kind of just want to see. What is this over here?
All
So
right.
I did the quick start once. Can I do it again, or do I have to roll for it every time?
No, you're good. Learning how to do it because you succeeded the last time. You basically know how this thing works. You give it the juice, it pops up into hover mode because it's over solid earth. You hover it over to the edge of the dock, which is very nicely lined up like a long runway. You know how to fire it up. You guys all pile in. You fire up the rocket on the back and you go tearing across the dock. You get plenty of speed. You've used this thing twice now. You extend the fin down into the bottom, and you are coasting along the gray water towards the island. And
All right, Lou, get your eyes on.
yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh, for sure. Immediately, I'd like to be keeping an eye out.
Yeah, so Lou, you open your third eye, and everyone else, you see a raging storm off in the distance. Lightning, dark clouds, choppy water. And Lou, you see a very nice calm water with a couple metal spikes sticking up out of the water and a thick white ribbon of ink in this long circle all the way around the island, right where the storm is. And you see a couple breaks in the ink where there also isn't a spike, and that would be your way through it.
Awesome. I just kind of help navigate.
Yeah.
You know, a hard to starboard. Which
Pottery
is starboard? Is
scene
this
from Ghost.
starboard?
Was that?
I said we do like the pottery scene from Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
She like steers me.
Well.
You, Lou, do hear the breathing of the bloody man somewhere nearby. And
Oh, it's a triple pottery scene.
yeah, it's the bleeding man holding your hands, holding Jake's hands.
Oh, it's the
And
worst.
we just
All right, so you are gonna have to roll to help out to see if you can do a good enough job of helping him navigate these. Yeah.
Well, help out, as we all know, is to roll plus cool.
Yep.
And lose cool, I think we remember, is -1. I think we can just go ahead and assume. Okay,
All
9.
right.
and
So-
I'm act under pressure.
Nope. This is basically if she can help you, then you're just doing it. So the way this works is her guidance is enough to get you guys through the ink storm, and but unfortunately, because it exposes you to danger, Lou, as you're like, oh, turn here, turn there, there's like a wave, a real wave you weren't calculating for, and the boat kind of jumps over the wave as you go over it, and like the deck of the boat kind of smacks you in the chin, and it hurts really bad, but you don't actually take any damage.
Phew.
And as you guys are approaching the island, once again, out of nowhere, a giant water funnel comes up out of the ground, out of the water. It's a giant tornado. Little slivers of something start appearing in there, and sharks start getting thrown in all directions. So
This is the worst island.
now you are gonna
How
have to
about
roll.
that fucking lightning trick there, Galdrick?
There's going to be a roll to act under pressure to avoid as many sharks as you can. And I am going to give you +1 because Lou succeeded in her help out. So it's roll plus cool. Oh, shit! You guys managed to, the Sharknadoes, like as soon as you see the water spouts start forming, you know that it's the Sharknado. So you immediately start turning hard because you know you can outpace the Sharknado. And the sharks start getting flung in all directions. One kind of half lands on the boat, but you're able to just kind of it lands ass first on the boat. So you can just kind of push it off with a foot. It gets thrown back into the water where it starts dissolving because the gray water is horribly caustic and toxic. And you guys find yourselves on the island again. And you land it no problem. You've kind of got the handle. You're a quick study on these kinds of devices, and you land it no problem. No damage done to the fins on the slide boat.
So with Slump, I basically want. I'm just now getting quiet because Aaron's going to bed. Slump wants to basically grab the front of the boat and just with everybody else still inside, just fucking hauls the thing onto the land. Like,
Yeah.
just drags it right up to the side of the front door.
Yeah, with how much Slump has leveled up, that's literally no fucking problem at all. Like, as soon as it lands, Slump just kind of hops out and grabs the boat, and like it's a fucking one of those red wagons from when we were kids, you just pull it up the fucking hill. Everyone's inside. It's a bumpy ride, so you're all kind of like holding on so you don't get tossed out of it. And without damaging the boat, you bring it up to the front door and put it up beside the front door.
Nice.
So, I mean, all ashore going to shore, right? Good job there, big guy. How about that fucking cave we didn't go in? Because, I mean, we went down, we went up, we did all that stuff, but Lou peeped that cave over there, and I took a quick look, and it's pretty deep, so, I mean, I didn't go in, but what do y'all think?
Sure, let's go.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. Let's get all the information we can.
Slump loves spelunking.
How do you even
Love
know
is
that?
all over the vocab.
That's a hell of a word.
Sometimes Slump feels like his vernacular can be obfuscating to the layperson.
So yeah, as you guys, I don't have your little icons. It doesn't fucking matter. You guys kind of like, you know, you're here by the front door. You make your way up across this side. There's this ledge that's maybe 3 or 4 feet deep. You can easily just like hop down it, no fucking problem. You look inside the cave, and it is narrow. It is very thin. It looks like basically a person of very slender build would be able to squeeze between the rocks to make their way back into the cave. But like, there's no way Slump makes his way into this cave. Galdrick, honestly, as short as he is quite stout. Probably legitimately could not fit between these rocks. And Lou, you would lose layers of clothing, like your scarves and your flowy bits and all that stuff.
No.
And it would be painful. Like, it is
Yep,
tight.
hate it.
So Jake is probably, with his slender build, the only guy that could fit inside this cave.
So you can see Slump, and you can almost see the smoke coming out of his ears as the Rolodex of his mind is spinning. And then he says,
Hey, Miss Lady, can't you use your magic milk to make us all really little?
Oh. Well, Slump, you know, you make a great point, old buddy. I mean, and she would, yeah, let's try and bring out our old gross, you know, red guy friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. You focus for a second, and you open your third eye, which is becoming easier and easier to do. And as soon as you do, you hear that heavy breathing, like a fire roaring and then being extinguished, and then roaring and then being extinguished, of these, I mean, almost excited breaths.
Oh, that's so much work.
And again, you can hear, it's like he's breathing through a smile. You can hear the air passing through teeth, even though you can't see his face. And he is behind you.
Hello again, I think.
Hello.
Say, I feel like I should know your name. My name is Lou. Who are you?
I've heard your name a couple times. I know your name. I don't think I'm comfortable giving my name quite yet, because,
It's a bit one-sided, don't you think?
well, you haven't done anything for me yet. And I've done a couple things for you. So, when you do something for me, I'll tell you my name.
I see what you're saying.
What what do I owe this occasion of you opening your glorious third eye and having this conversation with me?
I mean, well, I guess I'm wondering what would entail making us smaller to fit through this cave we see before us.
How much smaller are you thinking?
Oh, like just a bit, like not full, Ant-Man, but like enough so it's comfortable. We're not feeling panicked. But that's enough. And then if we could just pop back up to regular, we don't want to be at a disadvantage. Listen, I feel this is a very genie in a bottle situation, so I'm just trying to think of the ways around the bad that you're surely going to present us.
I would never do something to hurt you. I would only ever want to help you. But
Oh, great.
I will say that I did just ask you to do something for me, and to be fair, you haven't. It's been so recent. I haven't had a chance to ask anything. But for this one, to make you smaller, that's a big ask. I don't know.
Really?
You're full of this weird white liquid. To take some away and make you smaller and then put it back would be. I think I could do it. I'm pretty good, but we're talking about something interesting here. I'll tell you what. I want you to let me kill someone.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I want to drain all this white liquid out of someone so that I can work with it. And if you let me do that, I will make you all smaller.
Hey, you know what? Thanks for coming. See you later.
Can we hear
Hey,
any
guys,
of the
look.
conversation?
You can't hear
Oh,
either
shit.
side. No, Lou is thinking it, and you can't hear the bleeding man say it.
Okay, so I think I'm already have a headlamp on and I'm shuffling through.
All right.
Yeah, listen. Oh, gee, great, thanks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we can't. No, Slump. That was a really good idea, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Please keep saying your thoughts because they are good.
Good
But
thoughts.
also,
Slump's brain is
yeah,
good.
They're so good, buddy.
Yeah.
They're really good. But also, I
Yeah.
can't do that. Yeah, I can't do it.
Aw. If Miss Lady really wanted to, she could.
Well, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
All right, so it is 10 o'clock, and I think we can just call it there, guys. Basically, Jake has just put on his headlamp and started squeezing through the really, even as thin as he is, he has to kind of reach through and pull himself between the rocks into absolute pitch
Jake,
black.
you're going to be there for a week. Oh, no.
It's comfortable. It's like a hug.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Oh, my God.
What were you going to say? Galdrick?
Oh, I said he'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we will pick this up next time with Jake just about to dive into the great dark beyond of this cave that you once saw and have never explored yet.
Fucking awesome.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. This was a fucking great one, guys.
Hell yeah. Good games, guys.
Yeah.
And I will see you motherfuckers
Pretty
next week.
Next
Slump
week.
literally ate me, so that's nice.
That's right.
That's
dude.
right.
It was, man, there was all sort of religious allegory going on there. And it was crazy.
Big time.
Nuts, dude. I ate a god.
You ate a
It was really
god?
weird, dude.
Super fucked.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
All right.
This is so because I had no fucking clue what you guys were gonna do. You have thrown yourselves off the rails so hard. I had no fucking clue what you were gonna do. So this is fucking awesome. I'm so happy that this is the way it's going. So I am so
How about
fucking
that
excited.
episodic structure, right?
Oh man. Yeah. So, anyways, we're good. Thank you guys so much, and I'm gonna say good night to chat.
Hell yes.
Good
Have a
night.
good one, guys.
Night, Chad.